stick back out on the play. All a shot save. Pasternak scores! David Pasternak!
At home.
How is it going, everybody? I'm Grant Fluff from Fluster Sports Zone, and welcome to the first Jacksonville Jaguars Sunday night football game since week 5 of the 2008 season. That's right. We had our first Monday Night Football game since 2011, 2 weeks ago, and now the following home game is the first Sunday Night Football game since 2008. Hope everyone's enjoyed their football Sunday so far. Glad to have you on board with you. I'm Grant Fluff from Fluster Sports Zone. Major AFC and playoff implications on the line tonight as the 10-3 Ravens fly down to the 904 city in Duval County to take on the 8-5 AFC South leading Jacksonville Jaguars. Daniel and Zoe, how's it going? Hope you guys are enjoying your day. Let's get into it. Your starting lineups for both of these teams. Now, for the Ravens, obviously Lamar Jackson will be the starter tonight. They just claimed Malik Cunningham off the Patriots practice squad. We'll see if he gets any playing time today. Obviously, no J.K. Dobbins, so Gus Edwards and Justice Hill and Keelan Marshall will be the three main running backs as wide receivers. Tylan Wallace, the man who had the walk-off punt return against the Rams last week, he'll be starting along with Odell Beckham Jr., Shaw Bateman, and the star rookie out of Boston College, Zay Flowers. The tight ends, Isaiah Likely will be the main tight end tonight for the Ravens. Obviously, Mark Andrews has been inactive since the Bengals Thursday night game. We take a look at the Ravens defense. A couple of familiar names returning to Jacksonville. Jadeveon Clowney, former Houston Texan. Got to face Roquan Smith, one of the best inside linebackers in the league as well. Kyle Hamilton was listed as questionable. We'll see if he plays today. He is in the secondary along with Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Williams, and Rock Yassin. As we take a look at the Jaguars side of things, well, Jamal Agnew has been cleared to play. He's been taken off the IR. Will we see a limited role in what Parker Washington has done in these last few weeks? We will see. Lawrence is playing through that ankle injury tonight with Etienne, Johnson, and Bigsby as the three running backs. Evan Ingram has caught 3 touchdowns in 2 weeks for Jacksonville. The offensive line is still a little shaky, though. They are still without Cam Robinson. Walker Little was questionable coming in, as was Ezra Cleveland, who got injured last week against the Browns. We'll see if he plays today for the secondary for Jacksonville. No Andre Sisco, no Tyson Campbell. Really need Darius Williams, Gregory Jr., Rashawn Jenkins, and the rookie Antonio Johnson to step up tonight. And that is your starting lineups. Oh, well, the last time the Jaguars played on Sunday Night Football, I was, 4 years old. Think about that. A whole 5 or 6 years before I even became a fan of the team. My goodness, it's been a very long time since the Jaguars were on Monday night, now Sunday night. Oh my God, I'm just happy that the Jaguars are finally getting their deserved primetime games. Rocking the white MJD. Jaguars will be wearing their all-teal uniforms tonight. How's it going, Matt? Thanks for stopping by as well. Hopefully, y'all get buckled in here as we are just about to get ready as Carrie Underwood is currently singing our beloved song, Waiting All Day for Sunday Night. Yes, we have been, Carrie. I was just watching Patriots, Chiefs, and Cowboys, Bills earlier today, and I was like, can these games please end? I am ready to broadcast some football. Jaguars coming out again in their all teal uniforms. If only they had teal helmets to go along with their jerseys and pants. Trevor Lawrence, Lamar Jackson. These two teams played last year. Jacksonville won off a game-winning two-point conversion caught by Zay Jones, and I am getting goosebumps looking behind Chris Collinsworth and Mike Tirico, the flashing lights with the lights off in the stadium. Oh man, I wish I lived in Jacksonville, or else this wouldn't be a commentary. This would be a vlog of me attending the game. I just have goosebumps right now, and what a massive, massive game this has become for the Jaguars. Not only with a win today, Baltimore drops out of the 1 seed and Miami leapfrogs them. Not only does that happen, Jaguars pulling within 1 game out of the 1 seed. They have the Buccaneers, Panthers, and Titans left on schedule 3. Very winnable games, although the Buccaneers have looked really good the last couple of weeks. Very winnable games after tonight for Jacksonville. If they win, not only do they fall a game out of the 1 seed, they win the division with 1 more win after tonight. The Colts won, the Bills won, the Texans won, the Browns won. A lot of teams Jacksonville needed to lose yesterday and today. Outside of the Broncos, they all won. And that is leaving Jacksonville very little room for comfort here. Dolphins won against the Jets pretty easily. Chiefs had a scare in the beginning, but they took care of the Patriots in the second half. And now you have the other 2 AFC division leaders who are playing against each other. Now, I just hope for my sake this game goes better than the previous primetime game we had. The Bengals game still stings. The Browns game's kind of whatever. The Bengals game's just still rotten to the core. I'm not over that one yet. I'm over the Browns game, whatever. Joe Flacco showed today, leading the game-winning drive against the Bears. He showed today he's still got it. Joe Flacco still got it. He didn't just have one crazy good game against the Jaguars, but the Bengals game, and I know the Bengals look really good. They were another team that won. Come on, Vikings. Not making the Jaguars' life easy are the rest of the AFC teams, and this is why Jacksonville's a must-win here, because whatever about the 1 seed, and cool if Kansas City or Miami loses one more time, or if Baltimore loses to San Francisco next week, like great, you jump up to the 4th seed to the 3 seed. Whatever, you're still playing your home playoff game. Now, because the Colts and Texans are breathing down your neck, now you just got to lock up the division. And at 8-6, 3-game losing skid, yeah, like I mentioned, Bucks, Panthers, Titans, that's a very easy end of the schedule, but I'm not taking Tampa Bay for granted. I don't know about the rest of the Jaguars fan base. I am not. I said 3 weeks ago, Tampa Bay automatic win. Not anymore after their performance today against the Packers. So I just want to win and then preferably win again next week. And you don't have to worry about the division. You've locked up the division. You have the recent tiebreaker over Houston, a better division record, and you've already swept Indianapolis. It's honestly going to take a miracle for the Jaguars to lose the division anyways. But for safe and for just safety, pleasure, whatever, just lock it up next week. But you got to win tonight if you're going to do that. How's it going, Cooper? Just talking over the AFC playoff picture. The Ravens, on the other hand, they win, they're in. They clinch a playoff spot tonight with a win, and they still have that 1-game comfort over the Dolphins, where I'm pretty sure because of division record, Miami would automatically leapfrog Baltimore if they have a better divisional record. But how does that work for the Jaguars when they catch up? Because they only have 1 divisional loss compared to the Ravens 2. So I think the same rules apply. If Jacksonville and Baltimore have the same record because of division records and obviously tiebreaker and whatnot, Jacksonville could pass them. So again, Baltimore's a really tough schedule. They have San Francisco, Pittsburgh, and I want to say the Browns one more time. Oh, no, not the Browns. They have another tough team. I'm blanking on their other opponent, but I know they have the 49ers next week, and I believe the Steelers the week after. Steelers' offense is a joke, but that defense is nothing to scoff at. The Ravens could drop a couple of these games on the stretch. I know Carolina won today, and I know Tennessee almost beat Houston in overtime. Those are winnable games. And Tampa Bay is very winnable as well. But again, you got to take it one game at a time. And tonight, if you're Jacksonville, you got to lock down on defense. The secondary's been concerning. Langdon Njoku catch 2 touchdowns on the Jaguars last week. That wasn't pretty. And just overall, the second half performance against Cincinnati, offense and defensive side of the ball, was just abysmal. I'm fine if Trevor wants to play through this injury. I'm fine with him playing. And they seem pretty confident in it because Nathan Rourke just got sent back down to the practice squad yesterday. I'm fine with it, but Trevor's got to deliver, and that 3-interception game against Cleveland has to be a one-off. So we are live here from Everbank Stadium. The Ravens and the Jaguars. The Jaguars are at home, all teal uniforms with black helmets. Ravens on the road, white jerseys, black pants. Justin Tucker practicing some field goals. What's going on to be able to hope? This is the 50th consecutive start for Trevor Lawrence. That's including the postseason. That's the third longest active streak among quarterbacks. I'm going to say that's behind Justin Herbert before this week. Of course, he missed the Thursday night beatdown. Raiders destroying the Chargers 64-21, I think it was. Funny enough, I was about to broadcast that game, but because I wasn't interested in the matchup, I elected not to, and I think you're going to get Seahawks-Eagles tomorrow night as like a makeup broadcast. But the temperature tonight in Jacksonville, 58 degrees, 84% humidity, winds gusting from 10 to 25 miles an hour. There it is. Ravens lose, Browns pull within a game, Colts pulling within a half a game. If the Jaguars lose, I mean, the AFC playoff picture is just insane right now. Significantly more competitive than the NFC that has 2 7-7 teams. Get that out of here. We ain't got room for no 7-7 teams here in the AFC. Justin Tucker ready to kick it away from right to left, and the Jaguars will be receiving, and there's Jamal Agnew just getting activated off IR. We mentioned Nathan Rourke going back to the practice squad. That was to make room for Agnew, a former Lion. And he is ready to get things going. Justin Tucker ready to get things going. The Jaguars' first Sunday night football game since 2008 is underway. Tucker boots it away from right to left, and away we go from the 904. Agnew returns it inside the 10, out to the 20, and he's brought down at the 21, and he fumbles! Early game jitters for Jacksonville. Agnew has fumbled on the opening kickoff. Who has it? Elijah Cook saying Jacksonville does, but we need to wait for the referee signal. The Jaguars have it. Oh my goodness. You're fumbling on the opening kickoff. Oh boy, Agnew. That was a great hit right there. Oh boy, it's going to be one of those games. I'm going to be nervous from start to finish here. I can already tell. Oh baby, what a game we got here. What a hit by the Ravens. Arthur Millette, the corner. And oh my goodness. Jacksonville at least recovers the fumble, and we will get to see the opening drive at their own 21. 1st and 10. First play from scrimmage. Lawrence and shotgun. And the inside handoff goes to Etienne. Etienne busts it up the middle down to the 27. It's going to be second down about 4, maybe 3. Well, didn't you color my hair Jags green? Did I? I don't think I promised that because I hate hair dye. Yeah, Kyle, I know Agnew not holding on to the football. We saw that in the divisional round. We saw that in week 3 against Houston. You don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Don't want to go down that rabbit hole at all. Luke Foyner is still the center tonight for Jacksonville. 2nd down and 4. Fix the inside handoff. Here's Lawrence's first throw of the game. Off play action. Looking for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete. The pass overthrown. Man-on-man coverage by the cornerback Brandon Stevens. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. So with Agnew back, Parker Washington's special team role might be significantly limited. We'll see if that plays a factor tonight. I think if Agnew fumbles one more time, whether you recover or lose the fumble, I think you got to get Parker Washington on special teams duties. ETN remains the running back here on 3rd down and 4. And there's Washington in motion, getting that playing time with Christian Kirk placed on IR. Here's Lawrence, steps up in the pocket, shuffle pass to ETN, and why not? Down to the 40. What a nice play. Lawrence to ETN, and that's a way to keep the chains alive in the opening minute of this football game. Once again, the offensive line presence, it is not there. Pocket immediately collapses. Lawrence with a great heads-up shuffle pass to ETN. 1st down, Jacksonville. Ball placed at their own 40. Oh, you got to make sure Lawrence avoids getting sacked. He got sacked a lot last week against Cleveland. Here's the inside handoff. ETN, a spin move, and he gets a gain of 3. And it's going to be 2nd down and 7 coming up. Brought down on the play by Odafe Awu, the left outside linebacker. Lawrence this season. 17 touchdowns to 10 picks, a 91.2 passer rating, over 3,200 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns to go along with that. He threw 3 touchdowns despite throwing 3 picks last week. Pick the inside handoff to Johnson, and Parker Washington will pick up a yard, and we'll make it 3rd down and 5. 6th round rookie out of Penn State is Parker Washington, and Kyle Hamilton, he is playing tonight. Doing a nice job there, able to get around Anton Harrison. Able to make a nice tackle. So it's going to be 3rd down 6. Johnson remains the running back. Lawrence in shotgun. At least they avoided going 3 and out. But you want to see more out of this offense. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Lawrence takes the snap. Fires down the middle, and he overthrows Zay Jones. Man-on-man coverage against Stevens. And there's a punt on the opening drive. Again, not a 3 and out. But you can't start off slow. They've started off slow on offense against the Browns, against the Texans, against a lot of these teams. And you got to capitalize in games where they started off hot early against Tennessee, against Indianapolis, against Buffalo. The offense started off hot, and they won those games. Fair caught by Wallace at the 11, and out comes Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. When we come back, 12-12 to go. Game just getting underway. Jacksonville punted away with Logan Cook. Ugh, that opening punt, man. I mean, say what you will. Lawrence is throwing a lot of high passes. No need to panic yet. Still earlier on in the game. But, wow. Overall, you can't give the Ravens these short offensive drives because Baltimore is that team that they're kind of just like Jacksonville. They can be very inconsistent on offense, but once they get going, and you cannot turn off that off switch. You got to score at least 3 points next drive if you're Jacksonville. Who cares if you give up 3, 7, nothing? It doesn't matter. You got to keep them in check and not let them pull away early. What's up, Alex? How's it going? We have a Ravens fan to chat now. Good. Diversity. Anyway. This is gonna be one of those stressful games. I feel like this is gonna be just like the Bengals game on Monday night. It's gonna be from beginning to end. I'm gonna be like intense and just gotta hope for the best at this point. But there's nothing I can do about it. I just sit here and I gotta call the game for you. On Thursday, like I mentioned, the Raiders defeated the Chargers 63-21. We are this late in the season. I know it's already infuriating. In like 5 days, it's going to be Week 16. It is so frustrating. The NFL season just flew by, but whatever. I say that because we're on to Saturday games, and we're late in the year when the NFL Network starts having their Saturday triple header. The Bengals beat the Vikings 27-24 in a crazy overtime game. The Colts defeated the Steelers 30-13, and the Lions defeated the Broncos 42-17. We'll get to today's final scores next commercial break and during halftime, and we'll also recap all the NBA and NHL scores. Alex, I don't know if you're watching this game or the Capitals game. The Capitals and Hurricanes currently tied at 1 in the third period. I also go over some college football scores. There was a few bowl games this weekend. First play of the game, and Lamar Jackson will hand it off. And a gain of 1. Here for Keon Mitchell. Lamar Jackson ranks 8th amongst Pro Football Focus quarterbacks. Bateman, Flowers, Beckham, the 3 receivers with Isaiah Likely as starting tight end. Ronnie Staley at left tackle. John Simpson at left guard. Tyler Linderbaum at center. Kevin Zeitler, former Bengal, at right guard. And the former Jet and Commander Morgan Moses at right tackle. Triple R was a good time for Power Skate. Yeah, that's right, in the 2021 playoffs. Oh, 10-hour stream. My goodness, what a blast it was. Zay Flowers in motion. Lamar in the pocket. 2nd and 80. Senses the pressure. Throws on the run. And he can do that. And he's going to be doing that all night. Isaiah Likely with the catch. Brought down by Devin Lloyd at around the 30. First down, Baltimore. I'm scared to play Lamar Jackson. This man, he is a magician. As Kevin Harlan once said, he is Houdini. Yes, he is. Look at this. He immediately senses the pressure, rolls out to the left, and throws a nice little floater off his back foot. Nice catch by Isaiah Likely, who's done a great job filling in for Mark Andrews. Caught a touchdown against Baltimore, against LA last week. 1st and 10 at their own 31. Jackson fakes the inside handoff. His 2nd throw of the game. Jackson pump fakes, steps up, avoids another sack. He's going to be toying with our defense all night. He completes the pass to Rashad Bateman in a gain of 9 before he is brought down by Darius Williams. Oh my goodness, I can already tell this is going to be a problem. This defensive line cannot get to Lamar quick enough, and that is going to destroy this defensive line. Jackson on the season, 21 total touchdowns, 6 picks. He has 644 rushing yards. Not the 1,000 we usually see out of Lamar in a healthy season, but he's still going to probably break the 800-yard barrier. So, still great for a scrambling quarterback. It's 2nd down and 1. Zay Flowers in motion from left to right. They pick it to Mitchell. Jackson steps up in the pocket, fires wide open Bateman. And he's pushed out of bounds by Rashawn Jenkins at the 41-yard line. A 1st down for Baltimore. Lamar begins the night 3 for 3. And, the Ravens, they play like 2 or 3 Sunday night football games a year. Jacksonville just playing their first non-primetime games outside Thursday night football a couple weeks ago. I don't know what's going on with the secondary. I don't know why it's been suspect recently. Hopefully it's not the media and playing these primetime games. If so, I immediately want the plug pulled on these primetime games. And Jacksonville's defense is going to continue to struggle. And the team is feeling overwhelmed. Lamar, 1st and 10, dumps it over to Mitchell. Mitchell will get a gain of 14. Ravens just having their way. Oh, my Lord. I think the shortest play for Baltimore has gone for 9 yards. This ain't good. Aluakon, Allen, Lloyd, Walker. I mean, outside the secondary, everyone's healthy. And I know right now it's the biggest issue. You have Andrew Wingard out there instead of Cisco. But I know it's a major downgrade. But that shouldn't be responsible for all this yardage being let up and the run defense doing its job. Only a gain of 2 there for Gus Edwards. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 coming up for Baltimore. Gus Edwards, a great goal line back. They love to use Mitchell until they get inside the red zone. Mike Caldwell, I was impressed with him last week in the first half. I was impressed with his performance pretty much up until week 11 or 12. And again, pretty much ever since the Houston game, I've been a little suspect of the secondary, and my worries have just continued through the 2-game losing streak. In motion is Mitchell. Jackson on 2nd and 8. He's got to take off. And Jackson is going to be brought down after a gain of 10 by Aluakon. So he is the head of this linebacking core. And Jackson rushes for another 1st down. Ravens are just punching Jacksonville in the mouth right now, and there is nothing they could do about it. The Ravens are just marching down this field. And now 8th play of the drive coming up for Baltimore. 5 minutes off the drive. Jackson in motion at the 13. Mitchell, the running back. 2 seconds left on the play clock. Inside handoff goes. Mitchell is brought down by Allen. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10 coming up. Josh Allen, what an amazing season he's had. He has a pick. He has, I believe, 12 and a half sacks heading into this game. He has 13 and a half sacks heading into this game. 33 solo tackles and 2 forced fumbles. Made the Pro Bowl in 2019. He's well on his way to his 2nd. Lamar stumbles, gets back up, avoids a sack from Dawon Smoot, and throws an incompletion to Isaiah Likely. And Jacksonville finally getting pressure on Lamar, and that was only because of a bad snap. My goodness, he tripped over Mitchell, and even then Jacksonville couldn't get a sack. Dawon Smoot's got to use 2 hands. Wrap him up. Wrap him up. I can't believe I'm stressing this enough. When we are playing Lamar Jackson, you got to get 2 hands on the player to bring him down and tackle him. You're not going up against a non-mobile quarterback like Joe Flacco or whoever. You're going up against Lamar Jackson here. 3rd and 9, Josh Allen. There you go, incomplete. Trayvon Walker falls on top of the football. I don't know why the refs are letting this play out. Jacksonville has recovered the ball, but to me, this looked like an incompletion. Allen finally bringing down Lamar Jackson. And that's what you got to do. Now, the referees are talking this over. I don't think this is a fumble on Lamar at all. Maybe we'll have to look at the field goal. Now there's a flag down. The NBC scoreboard just kept on ticking. Sean Smith, our referee, first flag of the game. And it's going to be intentional grounding on Jackson. The penalty will be enforced after the down. So this Justin Tucker field goal attempt will be a little bit further. And, well, Jacksonville's defense, they bent, but they didn't break. They were driving me crazy, allowing a lot of those yards. Again, you just got to wrap up Lamar Jackson, and you'll be in a good spot right there. Josh Allen, 2 hands on the quarterback while bringing him down, and he forced an intentional grounding. And Dawon Smoot almost picked that off as well. That's what you got to do against Lamar Jackson. And to slow down this offense. Justin Tucker is having an off season, 24 for 29. His longest of the year is 50. This one's from 43. Tucker from the right hash. Good snap, good hold, and he is right down the middle. 3-0. Baltimore scores on their first drive after the Jaguars punt. So again, Jacksonville bending, not breaking. 6:21 to go in the first. They're doing what they need to do. Don't go anywhere. Jaguars' second drive coming up right after this commercial break. We are back here in commercial break. Justin Tucker's 43-yard field goal is the difference maker in this one so far. Jacksonville at home trailing to the visiting Ravens 3-0. Tucker ready to kick it away to Agnew as the Jaguars will begin their second drive. Jaguars on Monday Night Football wore their all black uniforms, and tonight is their all teal. Something they love to wear in these prime time games. These are the same jersey combination they won against the Titans in Week 18 last year, a touchback. 6:21 to go in the first, and Jacksonville beginning their second drive. I cannot believe, by the way, that game is going to be a year old in about 3 weeks. And next week will be the 1-year anniversary of Jaguars-Cowboys, which is crazy. That is by far and away Jaguars-Cowboys and Jaguars-Chargers last year are pretty much tied for my favorite broadcast on this channel, but I think I'm going to give the slight advantage to the Cowboys game, though, because that was truly the game that kick-started the playoff run. Here is ETN down to the 31. It'll be second down and 4 coming up. Jaguars-Chargers was the better, more iconic game, but we would have never been in that situation if we didn't come back against the Cowboys. So take that as you will, but I think personally Jaguars-Cowboys has been my favorite broadcast here on YouTube, if you will, and what an exciting game it was with Rashawn Jenkins pick six and everything. Oh, I loved every second of it. ETN on 2nd and 3 gets the handoff and a gain of 4. First down, Jacksonville. So the Jaguars, just like the first drive, whether they punt or not is to be determined, but they will not be going 3 and out. And now the right guard, Brandon Sheriff, is down. 5:38 to go in the first. And now Jacksonville could be down their best offensive lineman. If he goes down, I think we're going to be seeing Cole Van Lanier. Uh, Probably we'll be seeing him. Maybe Blake Hunt. It doesn't look like Cleveland is healthy tonight. They also brought up Chandler Brewer from the practice squad. So there are a few options here for Jacksonville in terms of who they could throw in an offensive line, and maybe they'll switch everything around. I have no idea. But here is the NFL scores from earlier today. We already went over the games from yesterday. Bengals beat the Vikings 27-24 in OT. Colts beat the Steelers 30-13. The Lions thrashed the Broncos 42-17. The Browns beat the Bears 20-17. Texans defeat the Titans 19-16 in overtime. Chiefs defeating the Patriots 27-17. Panthers beating the Falcons 9-7. Buccaneers beating the Packers 34-20. Saints defeating the Giants 24-6. Dolphins blanking the Jets 30-0. Rams defeating the Commanders 28-20. Bills beating the Cowboys 31-10 in a game that, I'm not surprised Buffalo won, but by that much, I would have never expected that. And then 49ers taking care of the Cardinals 45-29. So now we take a look at the NFC playoff side of things. Teams that have clinched: the 1-seed Niners, the 2-seeded Eagles, and the 5th-seeded top of the wild card Cowboys. They are on the playoffs, and the Lions will be joining that group if the Seahawks lose to the Eagles tomorrow night on Monday Night Football. To be determined, but it looks like the Lions will be joining the playoffs as well. Like I mentioned, man, it just felt weird having games on Saturday because that means now that the end of the season is near. I cannot believe that after tomorrow, there is only 3 weeks left in the regular season. It feels like every year the NFL season just flies by, but this year especially, man. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe this is my 14th Jaguars broadcast this year. It's just crazy to believe. Brandon Sheriff standing up at the sidelines. We head at commercial break. We are going to get Tyler Shatney at right guard for the moment. 1st and 10 for Jacksonville. Ball placed at their own 37. Lawrence audibling. Takes the snap, fakes the inside handoff. Lawrence's money off play action, and there it is to Luke Farrell down to the 35, and a great throw from Trevor. They fake the inside handoff, and again, I can't stress this enough. Every broadcast, I feel like I say it. Play action is the key to Lawrence's heart. It's how he is going to put his best throws on an absolute rope. Look at that throw to Luke Farrell, the 30-year tight end out of Ohio State. Incredible stuff. And now Brandon Sheriff's back out there for the 1st and 10 play. Bigsby gets the carry, and that'll explain why it's a loss of 2. With all due respect to the rookie out of Auburn, he has been terrible this season. Dearness Johnson has pretty much taken over his running back 2 role. I'm willing to give Bigsby more of a chance, though, because all he has to really do is just work on his hands. And what I mean by that is don't fumble the ball as much and catch easy passes out of the backfield. All he has to do is just not fumble, not drop as frequently. As long as he just, the dropsies and the fumbles go away, I'm fine with him being the running back too. But right now, I'd be fine if Dearness Johnson came back next year. ETN couldn't hang on to the high throw from Lawrence there, and it's 3rd and 12. ETN was probably going to get lit up from Kyle Hamilton anyway, so probably for the best that pass fell incomplete, and it's 3rd and 12. And again, we talk about Baltimore, long drive, they kick a field goal. Jacksonville now looking at a field goal attempt if they don't get this 3rd down here, but it's a much shorter drive. Baltimore gives their defense a chance to get a breather where Jaguars offense moves so much more quickly. Here is the pass caught off the screen, and Agnew falls down around the 33. It's going to be 4th down, and we will see a field goal attempt for Brandon McManus. Team Liam in the chat knows Luke Farrell his whole career. OSU legend. Yep. Good thing you said in chat. I know. I knew Luke Farrell before when he was in Ohio State. At first, I didn't really know why he drafted him, and then his first 2 years, he's honestly been awful. But you know what? 3rd year, he broke out. He's a great tight end 2 for us right now. I can't complain. The kid can play. He had unhidden talented potential. Here's a 50-yard attempt for Brandon McManus, and that kick is shifting off the upright and no good. It was shifting to the right. I'm like, that kick is shifting off the upright. No good. That one's a little frustrating. That was a chance right there to tie it. They do not. That kick looked good, too. That kick literally looked good up until it went to the upright. That kick looked good. It was shifting. I thought it was just going to, curl in the right side there. It does not. And I don't know what it is, but Brandon McManus, he has a difficult time kicking at home. I don't know why this is. But he's like on the road, Brandon McManus is automatic. At home, he is honestly far from it. And he missed a crucial kick against the Bengals. It's still early, but I would certainly call that a crucial kick since the opponent you're playing. I would certainly call that a crucial kick in my opinion. Still 3-0 Baltimore. What the heck is going on with Brandon McManus at home? I don't understand because he was perfect in the Browns game. He's hit all his extra points. Now he's 24 for 29. It's brutal. Look at these kicking stats. He missed one against Cincy. He missed 2 against Houston back in week 3, and then that was his 4th one. So, you get what I'm saying. All 4 of his misses this year were at home. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe it is a coincidence. I have no idea. It looked like a good snap, a good hold. It had the leg power. The accuracy wasn't there. And again, this is week 17 against Carolina. You can, miss a field goal and maybe it doesn't come back to kill you, but a tough game against Baltimore where you got to make that. And I know it's 50 yards. And hell, I can't make an extra point in real life, but even McManus is looking up and he's like, what the heck? He is upset about this. Let's take a look here on the replay. Maybe it was deflected. Definitely didn't seem like it. McManus got hit by Mitchell. Where is the roughing the kicker? I don't know. That one was a little ticky-tack. But you could have called roughing the kicker on Keelan Mitchell. I'm not saying it's the right call or a bad call, but they certainly could have called it. Lamar with the QB draw, and he picks up a yard. And again, just kind of like last week against Cleveland, I don't want the defense to be playing like Superman just to get the ball back and tie up the game. I mean, you got to capitalize. If you want to be a threat in the playoffs, Jacksonville's got to wake up offensively. Their offense is fine, but they just start off games way too slow, and they got to stop that. Gain of 2 for Jackson. 2nd and 8 coming up here. I guess my whole ramble will be all for naught if Baltimore doesn't score on this drive. Aguilar in motion from left to right. Jackson takes a snap. Inside handoff to Mo. No, Jackson's going to keep it himself. Looked like Mitchell got the inside handoff, and instead, Jackson is brought down after a yard by Devon Hamilton. 3rd down and 7 coming up here for Baltimore. Hamilton and Foskey again substituted out here. This is a massive 3rd down to keep it at 3-zip Ravens. Jackson takes the snap. Lamar under duress, and down he goes. He's planted back at the 27. Trayvon Walker. He is quickly shedding that bust label. Walker working against the right tackle, Moses, and he brings him down for the sack. Here's the punt from the second-year punter, Stout. 52nd punt of the season, and Agnews will be his 12th return. Agnews going to retrieve it inside the 30, and he's going to be brought down at the 38. Trayvon Walker, that was his 6th sack of the season. Again, say what you will. Maybe he isn't a first overall pick worthy player, but with 6 sacks this year, I think he's starting to, and he's shown massive improvements since last year. Again, he ain't no Aiden Hutchinson, he ain't no Sauce Gardner or Pat Surtain or other players in that draft, but he's still very good. Actually, I think Surtain was 21. My apologies. But, he's not Aiden Hutchinson or Sauce Gardner, but he can still be a very good part of this defense, and that's all we need him to be, really. Say what you will about him being a first overall pick. Some people may classify him as a bust, but listen, Eric Fisher's the perfect example of just because you're a number 1 overall pick doesn't mean you're a Hall of Famer, but doesn't mean you're a bust. I love using Eric Fisher as that example. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars, their 3rd drive, so a quick 3-0 for Baltimore after the missed field goal. No harm, no foul. Here's Parker Washington off the screen down to the 43. I'll stick up for Trayvon Walker here. If I see any bust comments on social media, I want to be like, well, wait a minute now. He continues to improve, and that means he's going to improve into next year and into his contract year and into his 5th-year option. And hopefully by that point he's established himself as a franchise player, and we can sign to that massive extension. 2nd down and 5 after the gain of 5 by Washington. Calvin Ridley does not have catching this one yet. Here's Agnew. Lawrence trying to audible. This will be the last play of the first quarter, barring an incompletion or a penalty. Here's the handoff. ETN up the middle. Needed 5. Got 7. 1st down Jacksonville. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Again, Jacksonville moving the football. Can they capitalize? But they put themselves in a comfortable spot right now. Second quarter going to get underway in a few. 3-0 Ravens. We'll be back after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Things are just getting excited here in 904. Just in a commercial break here. Jaguars driving off a first down run by ETN. And this is how we begin the second quarter. Ravens up 3-0. A 43-yard kick by Justin Tucker. Jacksonville could have tied it with a 50-yard attempt by McManus, but just missed to the left. Evan Ingram in motion from left to right. ETN, the running back, first play from midfield. Fakes it to ETN. Lawrence rolls up to his right. Pass is caught by Zay Jones in a gain of 9. Nice to see Zay get on the receiving chart there. Second down and 1. Remember, huge things if the Jaguars win today. They clinch up the division with one more win, and Baltimore would then drop to the 2 seed. The Dolphins are back in the 1 seed. If Baltimore wins, they clinch a playoff spot. Jacksonville drops to 8-6. Their division lead to Indianapolis just falls to a half a game. What's up, Ron? Thanks for stopping by. 2nd and 1. First handoff of the game for Dearness Johnson. Needed a yard, got 2. First down, Jacksonville. And they are trying to move it quickly here. As NBC is showing all the tweets about the Jaguars and not setting Lawrence on a card after week 13. Can we just stop talking about the Bengals game, please? Terrible. Terrible. Here's the inside handoff. Johnson up the middle down to the 37. I'm doing well, Ron. How are you? The Jaguars are on. I'm fired up. We aren't getting destroyed yet. I'm in a good mood. Jaguars get all the calls. Oh, do they now? I don't think so on that one. Miles Jack was it down. This is a good point, I would say, in terms of Jaguars not getting anything. But 2nd down and 6, empty backfield. I know you're kidding, though. Two Evil the Hope always loves to joke in the chat. Lawrence, quick throw. It's dropped by ETN. Well, that was kind of a bang-bang play. ETN's got to make a better catch, if you will. The ball's right in his hands. He's got to make a play despite the quick throw from Trevor. I think Lawrence put a little too much mustard on that throw, but he's just trying to get it out quickly because that's a designed screen pass. But that's all right. 3rd down and 6 coming up here for Jacksonville. Take a look at Press Taylor. Second season for both offensive and defensive coordinator. And I don't know about Press Taylor. Mike Caldwell might get a head coaching position. Here's Lawrence on 3rd and 6. He pumps and he overthrows Calvin Ridley. 4th and 6. And nope, you got to trust McManus, though. Just because he missed one kick doesn't mean you got to drop him, right? You got to continue to rely on your kicker. You got to continue to attempt the field goal when the opportunity arises. So this will be a good chance for McManus to redeem himself and to get this 3-3 tie. Lawrence, again, just a little too much power on that throw. He overthrew Ridley, but at least he threw it away from everybody. This is a 55-yard attempt from McManus. Good snap, good hold. McManus kick is shifting wide to the left. And, I'm saying you got to put your faith in your kicker. And I know 1 or 2 missed kicks ain't going to do that. But now unless if it's a chip shot for the rest of the night, unless if it is a kick, like I would say under 45 yards, you're going to have to go for it. And I'm being blunt, you're going to have to go for it. We've seen on both ends of the field, McManus on the right side of the field goes wide to right, left side of the field it goes wide to left. No, we're not playing the stupid game. We know McManus is struggling tonight. If it is within 45 yards, you automatically take the points. If it is a chance to take the lead, you take the points. Other than those 2 situations, go for it on 4th down moving forward. I'm going to stick with my guns and stick with that as well. If McManus is not having a good game, why are we bringing him out here? You get what I'm saying? It's all right. He misses a couple of kicks or a couple of long kicks. But now we know. This is why it's early in the game. We can revert from these issues. Now you never know. You could drill a 60-yard kick later, and maybe again all this is for naught. But right now, if it's like a fourth and if it's a 4th and 20 attempted, you know what I'm saying. If it's 4th and 3 and it's a 52-yard field goal, I'm going to be honest, you should probably go for that 4th down. Now, that was 4th and 6, 4th and 7. I don't really know if it was smart to attempt it. But I don't want to moving forward unless it's, again, within like 45 yards or so. NHL games from earlier today as we are in commercial break. The Canucks defeated the Blackhawks 4-3. The Capitals defeated the Hurricanes 2-1 in the shootout. Ducks up 3-1 over the Devils. 13 minutes left in that one. Golden Knights Senators tied at 2, second period. Avalanche up 3-0 over the Sharks in the first intermission. What are you going to commentate a Bruins game, Grant? Great question, because Tuesday will probably be the day. Bruins Wild here at 7 o'clock. I think if everything goes well, that's going to be the first Bruins game I call this winter break. Will be Bruins Wild on Tuesday. That's what I'm thinking. I hope anyways. We are hanging out commercial break. We'll take a look at the 2 NBA scores that went final. Celtics defeated the Magic 114-97, and the Pelicans destroyed the Spurs 146-110. So after a second Brandon McManus field goal, it'll be first and 10 for Baltimore. Play fake to Edwards. Jackson hit as he throws, and Edwards is open out of the backfield, and a gain at 10. And, well, now if Jacksonville's defense gets tired, kind of so be it. It was a longish drive, but you're still not scoring any points. I don't know what the heck's going on with Brandon McManus. He's usually reliable. I don't want him cut after this game or anything, but I am curious what's going on. I don't want McManus to kick if there's a lingering injury or anything. Don't be selfish. Announce, hey, I have an injury and we could sign a kicker to the practice squad. Here's the handoff. Gus Edwards. Down to the 38. Second down and 3. Coming up for Baltimore, as they are knocking on the door at field goal range again. Again, bending but not breaking if Baltimore kicks a field goal here. Isaiah's missed 4 games this season, and Patrick Merkar has replaced him 68 career games in his 5th season. Mitchell remains the running back here. Zay Flowers in motion from left to right, fakes it. Flowers will be targeted. It's intercepted by Rashawn Jenkins. My apologies, Rashawn Jenkins with the interception. It was play fake. Jackson threw it down the middle. I think he was looking for either Flowers or Agnew, and Jenkins comes away with the pick. The Jaguars defense said, Grant, who cares about the Ravens kicking a field goal? We'll get a turnover for you. I like it. Faked it to Mitchell. He rolled out to the right. Isaiah likely was wide open, but Jackson just got greedy and he wanted to get more yards downfield. He kind of threw a cross-body. The pass was intended for Aguilar, not Flowers. And Rashawn Jenkins gets the pick. Rashawn Jenkins, his second pick of the season, and now Lawrence throws a screen to Ridley on 1st and 10. That's a loss of 2, brought down by Stevens on the play. So Jacksonville gets the pick. But again, keep in mind when I'm talking about Brandon McManus, if this is a long field goal attempt and it's like 4th and 7 or longer, personally, I would go for it if it's 4th and 7 or shorter. If it's over 45 yards, but we'll see. Hopefully this is the drive that will either give Jacksonville the tie or put them in front. Elijah Cook's in motion, father to the right. Lawrence 6 snap, looking left, fires, passes caught by Evan Ingram down at the 48-yard line, and it's 3rd and long. Actually 3rd and medium coming up here for Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, 85 catches this year, 707 yards and 3 touchdowns, 85 receptions. That is the third amongst tight ends. I'm sure behind, I'll take a guess and say Kelsey and Jake Ferguson, weirdly enough, I think is up there. Lawrence on 3rd and 5, throws short. Pass is caught by Evan Ingram again, though. 4th and 2. Go for it. Way too long for a field goal, and you're kind of in no man's land unless you want Cook to down him at the inside the 5. There's no real need to punt it. So I think going for a smart situation here for Jacksonville, and the offense is going to stay out on the field. And clearly, the defense is rosing up to the occasion after the last 2 missed kicks. So right now, I'm putting that faith in the defense. ETN out to the left of Lawrence. 6 seconds left on the play clock. Takes the snap. Lawrence, 3-step drop. Looks to the left. Fires. Passes caught. Wide open is Calvin Ridley. And a first down out of bounds at the 31. First down Jacksonville. I think that's the play to really wake up this offense. That was good. That was good. And even on that 3rd down play, Lawrence throws it short for Evan Ingram. He's going to use Evan Ingram as his reliable blanket. And look at Kyle Hamilton here. Beautiful curl route by Calvin Ridley. And a first down for Jacksonville. He's been really good this year. I know Jaguars media is really harping on him. I think Ridley's been fine for the most part. Here's the handoff. ETN gets nothing there. I mean, it's going to be tough for both teams to run. And I feel like I wouldn't even be shocked if at the end of the day, Lawrence is the leading rusher for Jacksonville, and Jackson's the leading rusher for Baltimore. You really got to trick both these defenses to get rushing yards against them. 2nd down and 9. Cleveland out there, Walker Little out there. It's good to see the outside Cam Robinson and Brandon Sheriff's back out there. It looks like the linemen are healthy. 2nd and 9 in shotgun. Johnson the running back. Lawrence now audibling. Johnson splits from left to right. 2 seconds left on the play clock. Takes the snap. Lawrence, quick throw. Pass is caught by Ridley. He's brought down immediately by Marlon Humphrey. And it's going to be 3rd down and 1 for Jacksonville. A little Alabama on Alabama action right there. Humphrey drafted out of the 2017 draft by Baltimore. And, of course, Ridley drafted by the Falcons in the first round of the 2018 draft. Alabama Crimson Tide against Crimson Tide right there. Fun little matchup if you're a University of Alabama fan. 3rd down and 1 here for Jacksonville. I think inside handoff to Dearness Johnson's the play here. We'll see what they do. They fake the inside handoff, and they throw to Zay Jones. Wide open to the flat. Fine with me as well. A gain of 4, first down Jacksonville. As now a 4th and a 3rd down converted for the Jags on this drive, and they are entering into the red zone. Again, they start off a little bit slow offensively, but now they're picking it up. And it's usually around mid-second quarter is when this offense starts to find its identity, and they're doing a nice job of doing it right now. Here comes Josh Peterson. Doug Peterson's son is in the game. This is his 3rd career game. They use him as an extra blocker. ETN loses 2. I mean, like I said, you're going to have a hard time running against this Ravens team all night, and they are making that present as Brett Urban with the tackle there and a loss of 2. And now poor young Peterson is getting called off the field. I think it's cool Josh Peterson's on the team now. He didn't have that great of a preseason, which kind of shocked me. He kind of clung on to a practice squad spot, but they're only using him because Bretton Strange is dealing with injuries, so I can't really complain there. Washington in motion from right to left. 2nd and 12 in shotgun. ETN the running back. Ravens wanting a false start penalty against Jacksonville, and they're going to get it. False start on the tight end, Evan Ingram. Who's had a quiet but a nice game so far. However, it was 2nd and 12. Now it's 2nd and 17. It gives you 5 extra yards to work with, though. That's not a bad thing when you're near the red zone. Ball is placed at the 23-yard line of Baltimore. Lawrence in shotgun. 2 seconds left on the play clock. They get it off. Lawrence looking to the left. Pass is dropped by Parker Washington. That was a great throw from Trevor. And just couldn't hang on to it was Parker Washington. He has been playing really good these last 2 games, and I'm so disappointed that the kid dropped that one. He's been playing his heart out these last 2 games. He knows Kirk's hurt, and I honestly, call me crazy, I think he's trying to replace Zay Jones. I think that's what he's trying to do, but we'll see what happens when the offseason comes around. 3rd down and 17. Here's Lawrence. Takes the snap in shotgun. Lawrence is going to step up. He's going to scramble. He's going to run. And he fumbles the football as he tried to slide. And pushed out of bounds at the 42 is Arthur Millette on the fumble recovery. Oh my God, that's on Trevor, 100%. Oh my God, it's 3rd down, Trevor, and you're in field goal range. They were inside it was going to be like a 40-yard attempt, so I would have said kick the field goal. And then Trevor fumbles because he can't slide properly. Really? That's frustrating. That's not frustrating. That is infuriating. I'm mad. That pisses me off. What's up, Brennan? Nice haircut. Appreciate it. Got it done a few days ago. Now I'm mad. Whatever. But if each again gets rocked and a fumble happens, I'm not going to get mad at a player for that. If the ball bounces off of Ridley's hands and lands into the arms of a Ravens corner safety, I'm not going to get mad at Trevor for that. But plays like that, where it's 3rd down, you know you've ran out of running room, slide down, or get out of bounds. It is 3rd and it's going to be 4th and 8, 7, slide or run out of bounds. Again, I know McManus is having a terrible game right now, but that's like a 42-yard kick. He can make that, hopefully. If not, then don't attempt another kick for the rest of the game. But it's at least worthy of giving McManus another shot. That is just awful. Awful. I don't know if that's coaching. I don't know if that's decision-making, but awful. Awful, awful, awful. And this poor defense, and the 2nd straight week, is playing its heart out, and this offense is doing nothing about it. It feels like we haven't left the Bengals game at all. It really has not felt like we have left the Bengals game. And it's just like constant. It's like a cuckoo clock. I'm going insane because we aren't fixing our issues. 19 fumbles lost since 2021. 19! And that one's the most embarrassing of them all. As he begins to slide and he loses possession of the ball. And of course he fumbles nowhere near out of bounds. Because why would he? Why wouldn't he just fumble and the ball rolls out of bounds? Jacksonville keeps possession. Ridiculous. Lamar in shotgun. They figure to Justice Hill. Lamar throws, tipped that away and incomplete. Roy Robertson Harris doing his job, screaming up the middle, and it's 2nd and 10. Well, now we're at commercial break. I'm done ranting. But again, I try to call these games down the middle as evenly and unbiased as I can. But as a fan, you got to hear my point of view, because when teams make those idiotic mistakes, it's tough. 2nd and 10. Mitchell, the running back. Jackson will take the snap. There's 5 seconds left on the play clock. 2-step drop. Jackson dumps it over to Mitchell, and Mitchell's going to get brought out of bounds. With the help of Brown and Lloyd, it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for Baltimore. Oh my God, this team might get another stop. This is nerve-wracking, dude. Because our defense is playing lights out. We should be up 9-3 minimum, realistically 13-3. This shouldn't even be close right now. Jacksonville dominating the total yards and have an extra minute of possession time. 3rd and 10, though, for Jackson. We'll see if he can pull it out. Jaguars bringing the house. Jackson running out of room to run. He's going to scramble to his left. He's got to throw on the run. And what a catch by Rashad Bateman. A gain of 11. 1st down, Baltimore. And again, the defense bending, not breaking. We haven't left the Bengals game at all. I feel like I'm watching the same exact game for 3 weeks in a row now. This is getting ridiculous. Lamar just dancing around in the pocket. I mean, Roy Robertson Harris is so good at run stopping, but we need an actual pass rusher. The Niners got Chase Young for a 3rd round pick. I would have gave up a 2nd for Chase Young, for crying out loud. That's how seriously I wanted to address our needs. And now Jackson on the keeper. Jenkins brings him down after a gain of 7. It's going to be 2nd down and 3. This team got a backup offensive lineman. That was the only thing they did during the deadline. When they knew defensive line was their biggest issue. It's annoying. Really. It's aggravating. 2nd down and 3. Lamar. Let's see what the Ravens have in store for us now. Flowers in motion. Handoff goes. Up the middle. What a run by Justice Hill. He's going to be brought down by Wingard. We have a flag down. And let's check the marker. Holding against the Ravens. That run's coming back. Ronnie Staley is called for holding the left tackle. Let's take a look here. Ooh. Yeah, well, you can't grab the face mask of Aluakon like that. Nope. And I'll back up the Ravens. 2nd down and 12 instead of a 1st down carry by Justice Hill. 2nd down, 12 here for the Ravens as they look to cross midfield yet again. Ball's placed at midfield. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Empty backfield for Jackson. Jackson takes the snap. Jaguars bring 4. Here's the catch by Isaiah Likely, and the tight end is going to get brought down. A good hit at the 39-yard line by Montanic Brown. That's going to be 3rd down and medium here for the Ravens. Good play by Likely to make it 3rd down and 6. They cut in half. Likely, since Mark Andrews has been injured, he caught his first touchdown of the season last week. 11 receptions for a $147 on the season. For the previous 11 games, he was a non-factor blocking backup tight end. Likely and Flowers and Bateman on the top of the screen. Jaguars bring the house. Jackson gets blown up as he throws. And Odell Beckham Jr. makes a wonderful catch inside the 30. 1st down, Ravens. And again, the pass rush got there that time. It was just too little too late. Lamar. Jenkins off a safety blitz. That was a good play, but Odell got open. Josh Allen couldn't knock it away. And that was a 1st down for the Ravens at the 2-minute warning. We've already reached the 2-minute warning? Oh, my God. This game is flying by. Yeah, 2-minute warning and an hour and 50 minutes in. That's pretty quick. This has been a quick game so far. It's over now, whatever, but holy crap, there is no reason why the Ravens should have the ball right now. Beckham Jr., his first catch of the day. It's his 32nd catch of the season. And he now caught a touchdown against the Rams. That was his first touchdown since the Browns game back in week 9, I believe? 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Since week 11, so that's interesting. I'm just getting so sick of this, dude. Like, we haven't left the Bengals game. That's the issue. I knew that Bengals game was going to be like a tough loss, but defense hasn't been the same. Offense has been very inconsistent, and now McManus has missed he's missed 3 of his last 4 kicks at home. I mean, what is going on? This team's unraveling. You know, we were laughing at the Titans last year for unraveling, and then the Jaguars won the division. Well, guess what? The Texans or Colts could be the Jaguars of last year. It's us unraveling, and it's them just sticking behind us. They aren't going away. Colts and Texans won this weekend. You want to clinch this division next week or not? It's ridiculous. Or we make the playoffs, we make it as a wild card. After we should have had the division won 3 or 4 weeks ago? It's ridiculous. Jacksonville's looking beautiful, by the way. As we head out the 2-minute warning. Obviously, no coaches' challenges. All replays come from the booth. First and 10 for Ravens off the huge catch by OBJ down at the 30. Ravens winning in. Jacksonville win and probably in next week. Jackson got an audible. Takes the snap here with 7 seconds left on the play clock. 2-step drop. Jackson throws, and it's underthrown for Bateman. Incomplete. Darius Williams, man-on-man coverage, 2nd and 10. Coming up here for the Ravens. Well, if Jacksonville could force a field goal, if Jacksonville could somehow get points on the board before the end of the half, I would be really happy. But realistically, Jaguars should have 13 points right now. And it's honestly quite ridiculous they don't. Mitchell splits out to the left. They're on 2nd and 10. Jackson running out of time in the pocket. Now he's going to run. And Jackson is going to get brought down by Allen and 3 other teal uniforms. 3rd and 2 coming up here for Baltimore. Clock stopped. Timeout Jaguars. I'm not against it, but I'm not really for it either. Personally, I would have just let Baltimore kill off some more clock. Maybe they would have called a timeout. Jacksonville really, or I guess Doug Pearson is really keen on having one more possession, but you need that defensive stop or else you're probably not going to get it. I like what the Jaguars did there. They knew Jackson was running. They tried to strip the ball. Nice play there from Oluwakan. Oluwakan making the nice play there. I mean, that's the snap to pass, and they're showing the replay clock right now. 7 seconds? Like, that's ridiculous. Lamar only has 133 total yards on the day. Well, it's been more than enough to keep Baltimore their lead. After a gain of 9 on the run, here's the handoff. Gus Edwards, 1st down Ravens. Jeez. This is where the run game gets deadly. Just can't win right now. Now we're in commercial break. I'm just sad. Because this is ridiculous. Just playing so bad. There's just no reason to be playing so bad, but we're just playing so bad. It's just so obnoxious. It's ridiculous. We're just not playing good football, and you don't deserve to win when you're not playing good football. But I feel like Baltimore's not even playing that good either. Let the game play out. Here's Aina Hall, the 2023 World Champion silver medalist. Ooh, there we go. I guess we have a track runner that likes the Jags. Interesting. Anyway, first attempt for Lamar. He fires down the middle. Pass is caught. Down to the 2. Good hit from Wingard on the reception. Is the backup tight end, Charlie Collar. Jacksonville's going to burn their last timeout. Why did you burn all your timeouts, Doug? What logic does that make? Now you're putting even more pressure on this already inconsistent offense? Oh, way to go, genius. Former Super Bowl winning quarterback, former Super Bowl winning head coach. That's just terrible situational awareness by Doug Peterson, burning all these timeouts. I hate that. Because now I just feel like you got to let Baltimore score. So you got a shot in offense. This season, Lamar has an average of 2.89 seconds average time to throw, and that's been the quickest of his career. 12th play of the drive here. They try to cap off what would be a 60-yard drive. First to go for Baltimore. At the 2, handoff goes. Gus Edwards, he's lethal in this goal line position. Ravens trying to push the pile. Jacksonville pushes the pile backwards. It's second and goal. And now Wingard got pushed after the play, and now Baltimore is going to get penalized. And that's just poor situational awareness on the Ravens. Wingard got shoved to the ground by a Baltimore player. And who's this penalty going to be on? Personal foul on the offense is called on Jerome Simpson, the right guard. Oh my goodness. I mean, Wingard with a flop and a half. He absolutely flopped, but you obviously got to call the penalty on Simpson there. Wingard with a flop that would make James Harden look proud, but Simpson going after the safety well after the whistle. You got to call it against the Ravens. And it's second and goal now, and they are backed up. So now Gus Edwards may not be a factor. He flopped worse than LeBron would, though. Holy crap. Good job by Wingard getting the penalty. Here's Flowers. They fake it to Flowers. Jackson's going to throw for the end zone. Touchdown, Isaiah Likely. And what do you know? It's Wingard getting burnt on the touchdown. Isaiah Likely makes it 9-0 Ravens. Should be 13-9 Jacksonville, but a team decides to absolutely stink This team absolutely stinks right now, and the defense can only bend and not break for too long. I mean, there it is, Isaiah Likely's second touchdown of the season. That's one way to go up 2 possessions if you're the Ravens. Use the extra point from Tucker to make it 10-0. Good snap, good hold, and Tucker makes it. Oh, I wish I had an automatic kicker like the Ravens. Well, don't we all? But, man, McManus is not playing well tonight. 0 for 2. Ravens capitalize off the most buffoonery-ish fumble I've ever seen in my life. That 7 points is 1,000,000,000% against Trevor. He ain't on defense, but ridiculous that he did not score on that drive previously. We'll see what happens. In minute 12, no timeouts. I'm just asking for a field goal at this point. Hold on. I'm doing my B-reel. Screw this. Hold on a second. This is what we're going to do. Give the thumbs down on the B-reel because we've been playing embarrassing tonight. There's nothing to be happy about right now. Football-wise. Nothing to be happy about. Team's playing pathetic against a Super Bowl contending team that you're going to have to eventually play in the playoffs if you want to make the Super Bowl. Which, by the way, Super Bowl talks have been completely out the window since we've lost to Cincy, but I still would like to, not finish 9-8 and losing the wild card, if you get my drift. Because right now, I mean, you have the confidence to tell me this team can beat Tampa Bay next week? Tampa Bay easily mops the floor with us next week if we play anything like this right now. Tampa Bay easily wins. Maybe we'll escape Carolina and Tennessee somehow. Maybe. This game's probably going to be a loss. And at the moment, next week is definitely a loss as well. Definitely. On paper, Jacksonville should destroy Tampa Bay. And you're right. In terms of momentum, and God, I cannot believe I'm saying this. Well-coached team, Tampa Bay is right now. In what universe is Todd Bowles supposed to be a better coach than Doug Peterson? Well, the last month of the NFL season, he has been. I am distraught with how this team has performed the last 2 weeks, and tonight especially has been the worst. The Bengals game was heartbreaking. The Browns game was the whatever game, and this is the game that just makes me want to just puking out words of just frustration and anger because this is getting ridiculous. Well, minute 12, let's see what this offense can do in a 2-minute drill without any timeouts. Again, I don't understand what the point of calling your last 2 timeouts were, but Agnew retrieves the kickoff past the 20, past the 25, past the 30, inside the 40, down to the 41. A great return from Jamal Agnew. Now don't waste it. Please don't waste it. There's the 2 missed kicks from McManus right there. And then here's the Lawrence fumble. He lost the ball while trying to fall down. I'm sorry, Trevor. I have zero excuses for you on that one. At the 41, Trevor in shotgun. Lawrence takes the snap. Time to redeem yourself, though. Lawrence throws it deep. Pass is overthrown for Zay Jones, and he wasn't interfered with. 2nd and 10 coming up. Stevens has just been a thorn in the Jaguars' side right now. And good man-on-man coverage. And I don't know what Zay Jones is trying to do. Trying to dive and get a pass interference was worth a shot, but he wasn't going to get it off very minimal contact. 2nd and 10, Trevor. Parker Washington in motion. From left to right, Lawrence pointing, directing traffic, takes the snap. Lawrence, quick throw, past the outside. Ridley with a nice 12-yard catch. Jacksonville's got to go no huddle now. We'll get the snap off with about 40 seconds left here. Now in position. Takes the snap at the 48 of Baltimore. Lawrence, quick throw for Ridley again. Incomplete for Stevenson. And they're going to get the pass interference. Let's take a look here. Stevens, it looked like pretty tight man-on-man coverage. They are going to call pass interference. Yeah, I want to see the replay. I was thinking in my head that was pretty ticky-tack. I want to see the replay. And right. Ooh, maybe from this angle. He grabbed the jersey a little bit. He grabbed the jersey, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that should have been a penalty. I've seen far worse not called before. I'll put it that way. First attempt for Jacksonville at the 40. Whatever gets this offense going, I don't care. Etienne used as a blocker. The pass is caught by Zay Jones on the outside. And it'll be about second down, about 6 coming up here for Jacksonville. Zay Jones, the ex-Buffalo Bill out of the 2017 draft class. And he spent 2021 with the Raiders, and this is his second season in Jacksonville. Broke out in week 15 of last year where he had the 3-touchdown game against the Cowboys, which, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, can't believe that game is a year old next week. Here's Trevor! Ravens jumped off sides, but I think they're going to call a false start on Jacksonville. Yeah, Jaguars are backing up. Well, that's another loss of 5. Who got penalized this time? False start. Brandon Sheriff has not been the former right guards, the former All-Pro right guards day. Yeah, no, he clearly stepped back. Got to penalize him for that. 2nd and 11. Yes, Alex, I'm sending you the link right when the first half concludes. We can have you on for halftime, and we'll have some fun, and we'll probably do an NHL grid or something. Here's Lawrence, throws deep for Zay Jones, who makes an incredible catch at the 4, but they got to hurry up quickly. 20 seconds left. Lawrence got a spike. You see hitting his helmet. Lawrence, he's got to take the snap. Quick throw, pass is caught by Parker Washington. Is he inbounds? He is. Lawrence got go no huddle. Are you kidding me? Parker Washington, he was tackled out of bounds. What is this garbage? What a catch from Jones. And what I say, losing that timeout killed this team. Oh my God, boo Doug Peterson out of this building. Terrible decision making. Calling the timeout when he didn't need to. Zay Jones makes a heroic play. And then they don't spike it? Why wouldn't they spike it? And I could have sworn Parker Washington was tackled out of bounds. I mean, by far and away. What's your explanation, Doug?
It's really just about us and what we're doing. We're executing fine. Defense is really playing good, keeping us in this game. We have to come out in the second half and just, tighten some things up.
You talked about the defense. You've been able to minimize Lamar Jackson. What changed on that last drive when you were able to get the end zone?
We played a little more 3D zone right there, so they attacked our seams, did a great job. Just credit them for, making a play.
Thanks, Doug.
At least he admits his self-inflicted wounds. At least he admits that. So, we're going to have Alex on. Oh, God. This is even worse, Juju. Having the Ravens fan come on. But we're going to talk about our Power Skate Show Nostalgia of the Week Hall of Fame. You guys picked it on the Instagram story. And I believe this is our 3rd class, I'm pretty sure. So, very excited to talk about that and much more. when Alex comes on. This is definitely bad juju having a Ravens fan on, but whatever. Alex is a good friend of the channel. He's been on a million times before. So here he is, enjoying his current 10-0 lead because the Jaguars suck on offense. How are you doing, Alex? Thanks for coming on tonight.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me, Grant.
Oh, no problem, my friend. So let's get into it. Powerskate showed Nostalgia Hall of Fame. Again, you guys voted on the Instagram story, and this is what we came up with. So we have Bruce Boudreau, Dries Bergeron, Shea Weber, Joe Thornton, Jason Spezza, Patrick Kane, Jonathan Taves, and the late Adam Johnson. So, again, you guys voted for this. There's a lot of players that came close to getting inducted, Craig Anderson being one of them, I know. Good job, Alex, putting up the ballots. You put a lot of tough ballots out there, and we had a lot of good voting. So
Yeah.
good.
So one like the runner-ups that ended close would be like Kovalchuk,
Yeah, Ilya Kovalchuk was one of them. Yep.
Kovalchuk, David Krejci would have been a good one. Rick Jeanneret only missed by 3 points to get in. Ron Hextall, but I think I'd say like this is like by far like one of the best like ballots that we've had lately.
Well, in terms of a player perspective, you have 4 Hall of Famers guaranteed in Bergeron, Thornton, Kane, and Taves. And there's even a good shot Shea Weber and Jason Spezza also find their way in Toronto one day. And Bruce Boudreau is a tremendous head coach. I think in terms of a player perspective, this ballot was incredible in terms of a player performance standpoint. Now, is there anyone else that you kind of think or know? We judge the Nostalgia of the Week stuff off of posts, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I'm thinking I think one guy who will be inducted next year will be Paul Bissonnette, because you're going to have to do some more of those memes where it's like fill in the blank or whatever, or point of view, Paul Bissonnette, show the image, someone comes up with a meme.
Yeah, or it will be like based on like news.
Yeah.
News
Or maybe Paul Bissonnette will say a stupid quote or something.
Yeah, but now what we always do, we would get to predict who would be in for next year. I would say Nick Backstrom for next year once he announces his retirement.
Yeah, you think Nick Backstrom's retiring after this year? I think so too.
I think so. Yeah, like I think he would have a good chance to be in for next year. Would like to see Sergei Gonchar again. Like Gonchar was up there.
Yeah.
Gonchar's been up there. I know Korpikoski is in, so he's all good.
Maybe I need to be wearing that jersey right now.
But yeah, I think like Backstrom would be like my top choice. But I think other than that, by the voters, it's been a tight race, and I think this is probably like by far one like the biggest tight races in the like Powerskate Show Nostalgia of the Week Hall of Fame history.
Right. Now, let's switch gears now to regular NHL. I guess we can make this a very short Powerskate episode. Why not?
Yeah.
Capitals just beat the Hurricanes 2-1. What do you think of your goaltending situation? Now, Lindgren's played very well, and they've beaten some solid teams like the Rangers, like the Maple Leafs. They've beaten a couple of really solid teams in that playoff race, like Carolina tonight. Where do you see Washington in a couple of months? And if they are in that contending window. Who do you see them kind of acquiring at the trade deadline?
I think Charlie Lindgren is going to be your guy going forward.
I think so too.
I think if I'm talking about like who like which other like past Caps goaltender that I would say he would compare, I would compare as 2017-18 Philip Grubauer.
Mm.
I think Kemper is basically like the Holtby basically, in terms of like production. I think Lindgren during the California road trip, he's been on fire. I think he led like top 3 among save percentage, like a 93%.
Mm.
If he continues on that route, if the Cavs barely make the playoffs, whether if it's like a third place or like a wild card, something around those lines, I think Chucky would be in it if he keeps that momentum going. I think I give a lot of credit to the defense, for building around Chucky and Kemper.
Yeah.
I think we're seeing the emerge of Martin Faravari, who signed a 4-year deal last offseason. And I think like before Edmondson hopped on, I think you gotta give credit to Alex Alexiev and Lucas Johansson, Hardy Hamanattel, guys who came from Hershey, and Dylan McElrath.
Yeah.
I think those were the guys that were good like backbones for their guys. I was not a good fan of the Joel Edmondson acquiring, because I think with the team getting young, we got Spencer Carberry, who coached Hershey 3 years.
Really?
And then and then I think he had his team finish like second, finished first in the entire league twice.
Wow, there we go.
So I think that with Carberry coming in, you would have Alexiev and Lucas Johansson kicking in. So we would have like Faravari, Carlson, Faravari, Sandine, TVR, Jensen, and Jensen, Alexiev, and Johansson as a rotation. I feel like that the Caps should have moved the guy like a TVR or Nick Jensen. I know that the Caps re-signed Nick Jensen, but I think in terms of like guys getting younger, like the Bears are now stacked. I think they're in first place in the league again. Alexiev, he was a first round pick in 2018. He's gonna be the guy. He's gonna be like a young John Carlson, like before his prime, like before prime John Carlson. So like I think Alexiev getting his first NHL goal, I think that shows that he has a lot of room for improvement. And unfortunately, with Edmondson coming in the game after he got his first goal, I think that kind of like threw off. But we'll see like within like the next like few weeks if the Caps are going to make some moves. But I think like TVR is on his way out. And just see what happens there.
Thank you for the Capitals update. Now, I know you went to your first Ravens game.
Yeah.
2 weeks back when they beat the Bengals on Thursday night, and that was the game that Joe Burrow got injured in. But unfortunately, Mark Andrews. But overall, though, like, how was the experience? I know that was your first one. I went to my first NFL game this year. So.
I've been to a Ravens game like in 2015.
Oh yeah, well, your first experience with the Lamar Jackson Ravens. How about that?
Yeah, we got there like at the end of the first quarter thanks to the traffic.
Yeah. You gotta leave like If you
Well-
leave like 2 hours before a Capitals
No.
game, I would leave like 3 hours before
Well-
a Ravens game.
Well, like I was with my friends, so it's like we left my house. So I live like half an hour north of Baltimore. So like we left the house like 3 hours left before kickoff, and then we went out to eat
Gotcha.
from like 6 to 7, and then we had to like drive around. So we basically so we had to take the back roads of Baltimore because we ate at Hard Rock, which is like
Hard
right-
Rock Cafe, yes, sir.
Yeah.
I love that restaurant. Okay.
So we had like a parking space because the parking that we have that we've prepaid wasn't like ready for us yet. It's kind of like a reservation for dinner kind of.
Yeah.
So we took the back roads going on I-95, and then we had to take a different route, wrap around, and then head back to the highway, and it was just traffic. It was like so bad. And like we were like on Russell Street, which is the intersection of going to like Camden Yards. And like we can see the light show, like the flickering and
Oh, that's cool.
in the player intros, and that was when I hopped onto your live saying like, dude, we're gonna miss a few minutes of the first quarter. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for commentating that game.
Oh, of course. Well, you're lucky I went home from college that weekend, or else I wasn't going to. So, you thank my doctor's appointment that Friday.
Oh, really? but it was fun, and met a few friends, and what was funny, so I was like on Facebook, and one of my friend was with a certain individual, but it's a reason not to pass. But,
All right. Well,
but it's good. It was fun, and the aftermath, like heading out the game, just crazy. It was crazy.
I'm sure that tends to be every sport.
Like it's my first time at like a night football game.
Yeah.
And then I think from that it was a lot of fun. If you guys didn't check out my YouTube video, it's the recent one. So
By the way, Brandon McManus's touchback bounced off the pylon, so instead of the Ravens getting it at the 40, they'll get it at the 25. That was a wild kickoff. But Alex, glad to have you on, my friend. Thank you for informing us on the Caps and the Ravens. Best of luck to you the rest of tonight.
yeah, no problem. I'm gonna make the game alert template for the Caps and Kings game. I'm not sure if we're gonna like collab on it since we've like talked about it, but
Maybe. We'll see. Alex does a great job, obviously, with the templates at Power Skate, and
yeah.
he's pretty much in charge of all the hockey posts now. I put my faith in Alex so we can collab on anything. So, Alex, keep doing a great job, my man, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah, no problem, Grant. Thanks for having me once again.
Of course, Alex, as Lamar gets sandwiched in between Walker and Allen there. It's going to be second down and about 8 coming up here for the Ravens. So, first half, talking to Alex calmed me down, first and foremost. But Doug Pearson deserved all the booze he got. And I said using 2 timeouts was going to come back to haunt you, and it haunted them. Because when Zay Jones made that incredible catch, they wanted to play superhero, and they didn't want to spike the football. Go for the touchdown 100%. You're at the 2. But why would you just not spike the football? I have no idea. Zay Flowers was the intended receiver. Lamar's going to run again. He's brought down by Walker, 3rd and 2, coming up here for the Ravens. So Jacksonville didn't score. 179 yards later. That was the most yards by any team in the first half that did not lead to points. And again, blame it on McManus or whatever. It doesn't matter as Mitchell runs for the first, needed a yard, got 2. Blame it on the McManus 2 kicks. Blame it on the Lawrence fumble. Blame it on the decision-making of the players and coaching staff. Whatever, but as long as you can admit that Jacksonville has shot themselves in the foot repeatedly, and could easily be in a tie or winning scenario right now. I mean, it's crazy. I cannot believe how poorly Jacksonville has played tonight. It's ridiculous. Lamar under center at the 36. The Ravens will not go 3-and-out on this drive. They fake it to Edwards. Jackson steps up in the pocket, throws, and the pass is a diving catch, incomplete. Looking for Odell Beckham, and it must have skipped the turf. 2nd and 10 coming up. Brown on the coverage, and without Campbell and Cisco, the Jaguars, honestly, they don't really have the secondary to match the speed of these Ravens receivers, if you will. That was a great throw from Jackson and a good hit by Gossis after the play. OBJ, it looked like he made the catch originally, but as he tried to corral it in, it bounced away as he hit the ground. 2nd and 10 for Lamar. Jackson in shotgun. 2-step drop. Jackson runs, and a beautiful run, in fact, a gain of 12. 1st down, Baltimore. Has 2 first downs on this opening second half drive. Jackson now 51 rushing yards on the day. Well, Jackson on scrambles, 62 scrambles. Leads the league, 386 yards. Leads the league, 21 first downs, tied for the league lead. Really, outside of Hurts and Allen, there is no other quarterback that can rush in this league like Lamar. And even then, I put Hurts and Allen at a pretty distant 2nd and 3rd. Here's the handoff, and Edwards gets nothing. Good tackle there from K'Lavon Chaisson. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Well, I'll put it to you bluntly for Jacksonville. If you get a defensive stop here and you play turnover football the rest of the way, it's like the first half didn't happen. You still got a shot at winning this football game. If you go down 17-0, you need a touchdown in the worst way possible. That's right. Your time for a field goal, it's up. You need a touchdown badly if Baltimore gets 7 on this drive. If you get 3, you kick a field goal. It's not great, but at least you get points on the board and you keep it a 2-possession game. Trayvon Walker was ready to obliterate Lamar until the flag went down, and it's going to be a false start on the Ravens. And indeed it is. So we'll get to replay 2nd down as Moses gets called. Rookie out of the 2014 class by Washington, one of the best beards in the league. Oh, yeah, that was a false start, and Walker absolutely bull rushed him. If only that play would stand, Lamar would have gotten absolutely hammered. 2nd and 15 for the Ravens now after the 5-yard penalty. The crowd is picking up its tempo just a little bit. Walker still trying to get that crowd even louder. Aguilar in motion. 2nd and 15. Jacksonville brings the blitz, and Jackson fires past caught Zay Flowers. And it's going to be 3rd down and medium here for the Ravens. The kid out of Boston College getting his first catch of the game. And speaking of Boston College, next Thursday, the 28th of December, we will be on the call at 11 in the morning for their bowl game against SMU in the Fenway Park. So if you want to wake up at 11 a.m. on a Thursday to hear me broadcast a bowl game, you'll be in luck December 28th. 3rd and 7. Jackson under duress, and down he goes. Rashawn Jenkins, a pick, a sack. Finally, the safety blitz comes to fruition, and that is Jacksonville's 2nd sack of the night. Kitty going meow. Not right now, John. Thanks for tuning in, but Rashawn Jenkins with a huge sack. Baltimore's going to punt on their opening drive of the quarter. And now Jacksonville, they're only down 10 still. This is very manageable. Here's the flag on the punt. Stout's punt landed out of bounds at the 13. And now we check the marker. I would like to say kitties going meow, but right now they are unfortunately not. They actually played probably the worst first half of the season, not including the week 2 game against Kansas City, if I'm being honest. Anyways, let's see what the second half has in store. We're on to happier and hopefully better halves of football. So the flag is on Jacksonville. Penalties declined. And so Jacksonville, I think, is just going to get the ball a little further back. Jaguars are going, oh my God. If you watch Tom Grassi's North Saga, that's so funny. No, I haven't really watched much of Grassi's videos this season. Papa Kaka, it's so funny. He did not stop by halftime, by the way. I was hoping he would, but he did not. He would have saw me in a very pissed off mood anyway. But that's all right. Grassi's the man. Go subscribe to Tom Grassi on YouTube if you haven't already. Get him to, what is he at right now, Tom Grassi? I feel like he's a little over. Yeah, he's at 570K. Get that up to 600K soon, eh? How about we get him to 600,000 by the Super Bowl? I think that's a pretty reasonable request. It gives him a little over 2 months to get 30 subscribers. He'll probably even get 600,000 by the playoffs. So go subscribe to Tom Grassi on YouTube if you haven't already. Best Packers content around. I was thinking Jaguars rated Jags fan. Yeah. It would have been cool. But he did not. How unfortunate. But still, get him to 600,000. Usually the Jaguars win when they wear the teal MJD. I left that jersey back in my college dorm. So, yeah, now we're looking at this white MJD jersey that has not brought the luck at all. And now 600,000 subscribers is crazy. I'm out here just hoping to reach 500 soon. I would like to reach 500 by the start of the NHL playoffs next year. That's my goal. We'll see if we'll make it. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to stream on StreamYard, and I'm not gonna lie. It's just kind of way too complex for me. I don't understand how to edit it or anything. So it's tough. Graphic wise, it's tough to film on Streamlabs. So we're kind of stuck on StreamYard. You know, it's 10-0. Still, it's just the offense is playing so bad. Punt. 2 missed field goals, a fumble, halftime, which should have been a field goal. Ridiculous. I know. I should drive back to college, get the teal. We'll be back in time for the fourth quarter, probably, if I did that. Here's ETN, and nothing there. 2nd and 10. Well, we'll be back midway through the fourth quarter if I did that. Never mind. I'd be missing way too much of the game. That'd be funny, though. Campus was closed, but I should have got my teal Jaguars shirt. I left MJD in the dorm room. I left. What else did I leave in the dorm room? Lloyd. I left. Baselli. I pretty much left them all. Any Ramsey, any jerseys I had over in my college, I just kind of kept there. 2nd and 10 for Lawrence. Takes the snap here, and his first throw of the second half is caught by Evan Ingram. Ingram is going to get brought down after a gain of 8. Mean tackle by Roquan Smith in his 3rd and 2. Should go another day, get it for the next stream. That would be smart, but yeah, campus is closed. I kind of can't go in my room and get whatever. If need be, I'll get my Bortles jersey from upstairs if need be. But that's only if we're desperate. We only pull out the Bortles jersey if things really go south. 3rd down and 2. Trevor takes the snap. Pumps, fires down the middle. Evan Ingram breaks away and gets brought down to 32. We'll rock the MJD jersey for at least probably another drive or two, but we only switched to Bortles if it's an emergency, right? We only switched to Bortles when we were down 27-0 to the Chargers in a playoff game. Yeah, that's why I'm superstitious about the Bortles jersey. I don't want to wear that unless it really goes south. Yeah, campus is closed, so hopefully, if the Jaguars make the divisional round, we'll have another stream in the dorm room. But if they're one and done in the playoffs, we will not be having another stream in the dorm room this year. Here's Zay Jones out to 35. Yeah, the lightning bolt. Now the Chargers just fired Brandon Staley the other day. That was crazy. They lost like 64-21 or whatever it was. You'd expect him to get fired. And he rightfully was. 2nd down and 6. Evan Ingram getting some more receptions to the stat sheet. Jacksonville touchdown, field goal, it doesn't matter. You just got to make this a one-possession game here. Agnew in motion. Lawrence taking the snap, ball placed at their own 35. They fake it ETN. Lawrence airs it out. Off play action. Wide open is Agnew. Agnew cuts at the 20. At the 10. Play action. Works again. Touchdown, Jamal Agnew. Right back in this football game. Trevor Lawrence and play action. It's a thing of beauty. It always is a thing of beauty, and Jamal Agnew capitalizes for the touchdown. That is Agnew's first touchdown of the season, and what a beautiful throw from Lawrence. All day play action. That's what he does, and that's what works. McManus! Oh my goodness! Barely making the extra point. I don't know what's up with McManus right now. Oh, my Lord. What a nerve-wracking game. But Lawrence, a beautiful strike to Agnew. And Jacksonville pulls in within 3. Exactly what the doctor ordered. We ain't changing no jersey. We're keeping MJD on. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this commercial break. The Jaguars have pulled in within 3. Right at the commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, the Jaguars are on the board. A 65-yard touchdown. Lawrence to Jamal Agnew. Whatever. We'll have our special teams guys score touchdowns around here. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And we are back within 3. What a beautiful throw from Trevor. Play action, man. He does it every time. He is a magician on play action. You just let Lawrence step back and let it rip. You know good things are going to happen. Touchback up to the 25. Go the Ravens. Yeah, talking about the teal uniforms. Brought him luck. Yeah, Jason Tatum. Celtics are on a 4-game winning streak right now. That's what we like to see. Swept the Cavs, swept the Magic. Had a hard time beating the Magic earlier in the year. Shout out to the St. Louis, Missouri kid. 1st and 10 for the Ravens. First play of their second drive of the second half. Lamar, handoff, Mitchell. And Mitchell will get down to the 30 in a gain of 5. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If that Agnew touchdown did not just jack up this defense, I don't know what will. That was exactly what the doctor ordered for the Jaguars, and they are right back. 3-point deficit in this game after such a sluggish, mistaken-heavy first half. They were only down by 10, and they could still redeem themselves here. Zay Flowers in motion from left to right. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Jackson takes the snap. 2-step drop. Jackson pumps. Jackson under duress, trying to escape pressure. He escapes a Luakon and gets 7. First down, Ravens. Jeremy Ledbetter with the tackle for Jacksonville there. First time I mentioned his name in this broadcast. But first down for the Ravens. And again, just letting Lamar just dance around in the pocket all night long. And he did a nice juke on Luakon to make sure he didn't get the tackle there. First and 10, here's Mitchell's carry. Mitchell busted up the left side. And a gain of 12. And the Ravens are going right back to what's working, and that is the run game. I think we're in for a very exciting second half. And there's already 5 minutes left in this third quarter. I cannot believe how quickly this game has flown by here. It's a little over 2 hours in. Look at the Ravens offense this year. Jackson over 700 yards. Gus Edwards over 600. Keon Mitchell over 300. Justice Hill 291. Here's the handoff. And again, Mitchell gets 11 more. A nice first down celebration to go along with it. And of course, when Jacksonville gets such an explosive play on offense, the defense is beginning to crack. This team can't win at all, can they? First and 10. Mitchell, Jackson's going to keep it himself. And Luakon could bring him down. And Wingard will after a gain of 2. Wingard wearing the captain on that jersey. Logan Cook, the punter, is as well. Second down and 7 from the 38. Lamar throws. Pass almost picked by Darius Williams. He was looking for Odell Beckham Jr. And the route got discombobulated. And now it's 3rd and 7 for the Ravens. Under 4.5 to go, third quarter. Jacksonville needs a stop. 9:04. Bold City is getting loud. Gotta bring the house here on 3rd and 7. But you gotta be careful because when you bring the blitz, that usually means the receiver is going to be open. So we'll see what Jacksonville does. They're going to rush 5. Oh, they're bringing the house. Jacksonville's going to rush 7. Jackson throws, and he overthrows Bateman. Out of bounds, man-on-man coverage by Brown. This is a long field goal attempt. A very long field goal attempt. In fact, they might even punt it. But Jacksonville brought the house. 7 men running after Lamar. And the defensive line getting to Lamar. The throw was over the head of Bateman. Exactly what the doctor ordered, locked down. The Ravens are looking like they're going to go for it here. 4th and 7. They're at their own 38. They're not going to kick a long field goal. 2 seconds left of the play clock. The play clock expires. And now Lamar's going to head to the bench, ripping off his helmet in frustration. Flag down against the Ravens. That's a loss of 5. Delay of game is called, and well, you're going to punt it now, right? There's no way you take a delay and then attempt a field goal. Yeah, now they're going to punt it with Stout. So Jordan Stout comes on. Agnew, the return man, who has had a tremendous game, a great kick return to end the first half, has the touchdown, and Jacksonville with the touchdown will take their first lead of the night. Stout, we're not calling the Texans game here. Ball's going to land out of bounds at the 4. That was a great punt. Exactly what the Ravens needed was a punt inside the 5, and that's what they got. And Jacksonville's going to have to go about 95, 96 yards. 4:14 to go here in the third quarter. That Agnew touchdown got me fired up, though. Wow, let's go. It's amazing how one play gets you fired up to broadcast the rest of the game. It's incredible. Other NBA scores going on. Celtics beat the Magic earlier today, 114-97, and the Pelicans defeated the Spurs 146-110. This game just went final moments ago. The Bucks defeated the Rockets 128-119. The Suns currently leading the Wizards 105-100, and the Warriors up 70-51 over the Trailblazers. On the NHL side of things, Ducks Devils has gone final. Anaheim wins 5-1. The Golden Knights are up 6-2 over the Senators in the third period, and the Avalanche up 5-2 over the Sharks in the third period. John, I know you're excited. When's the NHL broadcast coming? Tuesday at 7, Bruins Wild. For now, I plan on broadcasting that. I'm busy tomorrow afternoon, but I do plan on also broadcasting Eagles Seahawks. We'll see about that one, though, because I might be busy. But if I'm not, Eagles Seahawks tomorrow. Definitely Bruins Wild on Tuesdays on my schedule. I might skip Wednesday, and then maybe I'll do Saints and Rams on Thursday. I may pass up on that game. I'm not going to lie, because that game doesn't really interest me. It's good for the NFC playoff picture, don't get me wrong, but the two teams don't really, are eye-popping. So maybe if the Bruins are on Friday, I'll call that. I don't know. The reason why I'm also hesitant to do Rams-Saints is because on Saturday, I plan on calling Bills-Chargers. Then obviously Sunday, though it's literally Christmas Eve, I'm going to try to broadcast Jaguars-Bucks. It's going to be tough, and it would be much easier if the Jaguars were on Saturday and not Sunday next week, but I still think I'm going to do it. We'll see. They're looking back at that Parker Washington play. I thought Parker Washington was out of bounds, but maybe he wasn't. I don't know. That's tough to tell. On that tackle by Marcus Williams, though, he's questionable with a groin injury, so taking over his spot is going to be Geno Stone, the former Seahawk. First attempt for the Jaguars, and the pitch goes to Etienne out to the 13. So they placed the ball at 10. I thought they placed the ball more at the 4. I must have misplaced where they had the ball out of bounds. This is the current playoff picture. Ravens are the AFC 1 seed at 10-3. Dolphins won today, 10-4. Chiefs won today, they're 9-5. Jaguars win today, they go to 9-5. They'll stay as the 4 seed. Browns at 9-5, the wild card. Leading the wild card. Bengals and Colts both won yesterday. They are 8-6, holding 6 and 7 seed. Texans and Bills also 8-6 in the hunt, along with the 7-7 Steelers and 7-7 Broncos. Second at 7, Lawrence fires down the middle. ETN makes a nice catch. Roquan Smith with a nice tackle at the 17. It's going to be third down at 3, and that's your AFC playoff picture. What's up, Sam? Thanks for stopping by tonight. They're down 3 coming up here for Jacksonville. They're going to substitute ETN for Dearness Johnson. Hopefully you're feeling well and I know you're excited to call Bruins Wild on Tuesday. In shotgun, Lawrence on 3rd down and 3. Lawrence. And I think we're going to get a false start on Walker Little here. And I'll make it 3rd down and 8. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful job by Walker Little. Yeah, and Bears should be good to go on Tuesday. Nice. There we go. Bruins had a crazy win Friday night, and I don't even want to talk about the Saturday game against the Rangers. Worst overtime performance I've ever seen in my life. We'll put it that way. 3rd down and 8. Johnson remains the running back. Lawrence now audibles. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Now down to 2, down to 1. Lawrence takes the snap under immediate duress, and he throws out of a sack. In case this is a live football, the Ravens are going to bring it in for a touchdown, but there's no way they count it. Yep, incomplete. Lawrence threw it away. Jalen Armar Davis trying to get lucky. And Doug Peterson trying to plead his case that Lawrence didn't intentionally ground the throw. It didn't really look like there was anyone in the area, though, so they might count it. Yeah, the closest one to it was Luke Fortner. Lawrence has been called for intentional grounding quite a bit, and they're going to call that one as well. Lost it down, so it's 4th down anyway. Just kind of pinning Logan Cook in the back of your end zone when you punt now. Now that was a rough overtime. Grizzly just let the guy who scored the game winner for the Rangers. He just let him get wide open on the side of the net. I'm like, what the heck? At least they won on Friday, and I know that game on Friday really took a lot out of them. That was a crazy win against the Islanders. Winning 5-4 in a shootout like that when they had to come back with 3 minutes left. Shout out to the defensive corps stepping up in that game against the Islanders, though. Cook punts it from the back of his own end zone. This is a pretty good punt considering 60 yards. And Wallace is wrapped up by Daniel Thomas at the 42. 3 straight games with at least a point. Yeah, I'll take it. Good punt from Loki Cook there. Back of his end zone. He delivers a 62-yard bomb. We'll take it. Logan Cook, wonderful job. Ravens out of field goal range. We get back. It's 10-7 Baltimore, late 3rd quarter. Well, they had the Agnew touchdown, and then they kind of fell flat on that last drive. But what are you going to do? I want to talk about my fantasy playoffs right now. I just don't. I'm getting destroyed in one of my leagues, and I'm barely winning in my other 2. Oh, well, never mind. Now I'm actually winning in a blowout in my other 2. That works. That works, I guess. I'm at 75 fantasy points. I'm at least kind of getting up there, but man, I just got destroyed. I got destroyed in my Bortle Beer League. It was the name of it. I just got destroyed. Trevor has 11 fantasy points. The Ravens defense has 7, and Zay Flowers has 1.7 for those wondering. I won with Tommy DeVito, though, in one league. The one with Tommy DeVito. It's 10 points. I should have started Baker. I would have gotten 29. I would have probably broke 160 in that league if I started Baker. I'll be starting him next week though, because even if DeVito's starting, I don't want to play him against the Eagles, who are now back as the 2 seed because the Cowboys just had to lose to the Bills today. So I'm making both the AFC and NFC playoff race pretty interesting. Ravens getting the ball back off the punt. And they'll get it at their own 42. Let's see what the Ravens have in store. A pitch to Keon Mitchell. This is the first play of the drive, and he's going to cut it upfield. Get blockers. Look at this run from Mitchell. 26 yards before he's hit out of bounds by Wingard. First down, Ravens. That is what you call changing direction. And it worked to perfection for the Ravens there. Keon Mitchell going up the left side, cuts back to the right. Look at Lamar Jackson getting involved in the blocking game. Incredible stuff. 56 rushing yards for Mitchell on the night. Lamar under center at the 34 of Jacksonville. Handoff goes. Mitchell again, this time wrapped up at the 30 by Foskey. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Take a look at the wide receivers. Shot Bateman, 40 yards, and Beckham Jr. has 1 catch for 14. Zay Flowers has 1 catch for 7. Aguilar has nothing. Tight ends, Isaiah Likely has the touchdown, though on NBC it says Bateman has the touchdown. It is Isaiah Likely. 2nd down and 6 at the 30. Jaguars trying to hold him to 3. Jackson under duress escapes the sack from DeJuan Smoot. Jackson gets blown up again, and the pass is caught at the 5 by Isaiah Likely. Only Lamar Jackson can make that play happen. I am stunned. I can't even get mad at the defense. I mean, how can you? Smoot, again, use both hands. Get the sack. Use both your arms, not one. Lamar just able to avoid a sack. The Smoot almost got him again, but Isaiah Likely, what a tremendous catch. Here's the pitch. Down to the 1 is Gus Edwards. And it's 2nd and goal as we begin the 4th. Well, that's a bummer. Smoot should have had him there, but Jackson, he's slippery like grease. Well, they're keeping it close. Let's see what the defense could do here. 2nd and goal. A defensive stand would be incredible, but odds are Jaguars are about to fall down by 10 early in this quarter. They got time, but the offense has got to get clicking just a little bit more. We'll be back after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Ravens in the red zone when we come back from commercial break. right out of the commercial break. Well, the Ravens are driving. Here comes the first play of the last quarter here in Duval County. The Jaguars' first Sunday night football game since 2008. It hasn't gone to plan. Here's Lamar on second and goal. Handoff goes, and right up the middle goes Gus Edwards. And there's your 2-possession lead for the Ravens. Gus Edwards, a 2-yard rushing touchdown, caps off the 5-play drive, and the Ravens go up 2 possessions here. Well, I don't want to speak too soon, but deja vu. The Ravens were up 2 possessions against the Jaguars early in the fourth quarter last year. And Jacksonville came back and won. So, I mean, if it happened once, it could happen again. But they looked a heck of a lot better on offense in last year's game. But we'll see what happens. Here's the extra point for Justin Tucker. Good snap, good hold, and Tucker nails it. So, 17-7. Well, the Agnew touchdown was great. The defense is bent but hasn't broke. Just need to keep on scoring here if you're Jacksonville. And again, I can't stress this enough, but you need to get sacks. Defensive line should be number one priority in the draft. I've been a little skeptical. I'm like, we could draft a lineman. We could draft a safety. We could draft a corner. We could draft another edge rusher. Yes, draft the edge rusher, please, because this is getting bad. The pass rush is good. DeJuan Smoot and Ryan Robertson Harris are good for what they are and what their contracts are, but they need a superstar pass rusher. I feel like that's the one thing that's really holding him back right now, and definitely not having the superstar pass rusher in this game has just killed him. I really wish for the price that Chase Young or Montez Sweat went for at the deadline, they could have got one of those two from Washington, but they elected to sit on their butt, and, well, the potential 3-game losing streak's what you got for being lazy. Here's Tucker booting it away from left to right, and Agnew will let it bounce for the touchback. So Gus Edwards on that touchdown. He has been a goal line horse this year, right next to James Conner. That's his 11th touchdown of the season. The Jaguars, by the way, have not won a game this year when trailing at the half. All teams in the division have won with a winning record once. That was in 1935. Of course, the Steelers at 7-7, the Bengals at 8-6, Browns 9-5, and the Ravens, of course, trying to lock up this game and a playoff spot, sitting pretty at 11-3 atop of the AFC. But we'll see what the Jaguars offense has in store for us here. Down by 10, but this team has faced a lot of adversity. Inside handoff to ETN is not what I had in mind, and there's a yard gain. Well, started off slow and sweet, I suppose. ETN with the gain of a yard. I mean, Lawrence Cooks on play action. I know you're going to blow out his arm if you continue to throw 40-yard bombs every play, but, I mean, if it works, it works. Just have constant play action. Cater to the quarterback's strength, please. Empty backfield for Trevor Washington. Motions out to the left. It's 2nd and 9. Lawrence takes the snap, pumps, fires, pass, caught. Ridley will make it 3rd and short for Jacksonville. Third and 2. I would probably throw short. I think that's what I would do. I think I would throw short here. Lawrence, ball placed at their own 33. Can't go 3 and out here. You just can't. Lawrence, quick throw, and he overthrew Ingram. Play was wide open. You just overthrew him. And you're forced to punt because where you are on the field. I mean, how do I explain? I'm not as disappointed as I was in the Bengals game. This isn't as rage-inducing as the Browns game, but this is what it's like. It's just, this is the annoying game, right? The Bengals game was the sad game. The Browns game was the rage game. This is just a game that's just ticking me off. Fair caught by Wallace at the 24. And so Jacksonville did the one thing they couldn't do, and that's going 3-0 in punting. How wonderful. Ravens might start to kill off this clock too, so now if you're Jacksonville, you got to worry about, is Baltimore going to run out the rest of the clock? And their rushing attack's been deadly between Jackson and Mitchell and Edwards when they get inside the 5. Like, this Ravens rushing attack is tough to stop, and I know every team has a hard time stopping it, so I don't know, man. It's just crazy. I just really wish that they would just perform better, you know? Suns defeat the Wizards 112-108 in the Warriors. And Trailblazers game is now a close 83-82 Golden State leads. And the last 2 NHL games of the night have gone final. Golden Knights beating the Senators 6-3, and the Avalanche defeat the Sharks 6-2. NHL games on tomorrow. There's quite a bit of them. Ducks, Red Wings, Penguins, Wild, Canadians, Jets, Stars, Kraken, and Panthers, Flames. All on tomorrow. And like I mentioned, I might broadcast my first Bruins game of the year on Tuesday when they play the Wild in the TD Garden. And NBA games on tomorrow. Bulls 76ers at 7 o'clock. Same with Lakers, Pacers, and Rockets, Cavaliers. Timberwolves Heat at 7:30 with Hornets, Raptors, and Pistons, Hawks. Pistons are on a 24-game losing streak, for those who didn't know. Grizzlies and Thunder at 8 o'clock. Mavericks, Nuggets at 9. Nets, Jazz at 9. Wizards, Kings at 10. And Brendan, your Knicks playing LeBron James and the Lakers at 10:30. This guy Grant. Yeah, I get your reference, pal. I get it. Anyways. Dude, I'm getting so sick of commentating this team. I'm just getting so sick and tired of just commentating the same game for 3 weeks in a row. This is like simple. The defense plays elite in the first half. The offense sucks. And then in the second half, it's vice versa. The offense wakes up and the defense is tired from carrying the offense. And then Jaguars Twitter has the audacity to blame Mike Caldwell when it's not his fault. I don't get this team, man. We were supposed to be much better than sitting at 8-6. I mean, yeah, we have a winning record. I'm not going to be greedy, but just wish we could be better, more consistent. And look at this! Another 13-yard run for Mitchell. Oh, no, Mitchell fell down. Oh, no. Mitchell fell down, and oh, no. Oh, no. Mitchell fell down. It looked like his knee buckled. Oh, that looks serious right away. And the training staff is already out there. Mitchell got about a 14-yard run. Oh, no. He got about a 14-yard run, and that knee did not supposed to do that. So, injury timeout. Mitchell's season, he's probably out for the rest of the game. The season could be in jeopardy as well. That knee is not supposed to buckle like that. Good gracious. So now we're going to have Edwards and Hill for the rest of the game if Mitchell is out. That looks scary. That one looks scary. Let's go next. Jalen Brunson for president. There you go. So if that injury to Mitchell is serious, we're going to have Edwards and Hill as the two main running backs. I wanted Malik Cunningham to come in for a snap. I guess the Ravens aren't going to play him. Or maybe they will. I don't know. He's on their active roster, so maybe they'll throw him in for a direct snap or something. That would be cool. Only played one game for the Patriots this year, and that was against the Raiders back in like week 5. There's the Saturday matchups, as you saw there momentarily on the commercial break. Bengals Steelers at 4:30. Chargers and Bills at 8. You know, maybe Bengals Steelers would be a better game to commentate. I don't know. Because, I mean, Bills Chargers healthy is a great game, but Bills trying to make a playoff push. Bengals trying to make a playoff push. I think the Bills, if the Colts, so what is it? If the Colts lose and the Bills win, the Bills are in the wild card spot. I think that's how it goes because the Bengals have the tiebreaker over the Bills. They beat them on Sunday Night Football back in week 7 or whatever. So I know for a fact the Bengals have tiebreaker over the Bills. As we head at commercial break, Mitchell is not putting any strength on that right knee. Oh, man, I feel so bad. He had such a good run, and then his knee just buckled. And, prayers to him and his family. That is not good. So Justice Hill now in the game. He runs it out to the 41-yard line. And Baltimore now, at least he's giving a peace sign to the crowd. He's getting carried off in the cart. Hopefully that's just a week-to-week injury. That looked very scary. In fact, that the trainers instantly came out and they instantly went to commercial break. Not good there. Second down, 5 off the 5-yard run from Hill at the 41. Jackson in shotgun formation, trying to protect a 10-point lead. Jackson takes the snap, makes the inside handoff, throws to Isaiah Likely, and Likely gets brought down by Brown. A yard shy of the marker. 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Ravens. They have to stop a yard. Now that's going to be tough for Jacksonville to do. They're looking at potentially getting the ball back with 9 minutes left compared to 12. Right now, everything clicking for the Ravens, of course, outside the injury to Mitchell. Everything else has just been superb tonight. Lamar has battled through an interception, and I think they're going to do a QB sneak here on 3rd and 1, and they got it with Jackson. 1st down, Ravens. Lamar on the bottom of that pile. You got to hope that Lamar doesn't get injured under all those heavy bodies. Now we have a late flag on the play. Harbaugh looks confused. And we have a penalty on the Jaguars. Too many men on the field, so it's going to be a 1st down for the Ravens regardless. As they look to close this one out. And there was 12 men on the field. Daniel Thomas, the safety, being the 12th man. But that really mattered because they were converting it anyways. 1st and 10 for the Ravens. And pretty much one more 1st down will put them in Tucker field goal range. Patrick Ricard, the fullback, in motion. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And taking it to the left side is Hill, and Justice Hill stepping out of bounds. Looks like he either got it or he's going to be inches short. Justice Hill with a nice run. And it will be a gain of 8, 2nd and 2. Offensive line really stepping up for the Ravens here. 2nd and 2 now for the Ravens. Lamar keeps himself. He's going to run away from Brown. Lamar runs out of bounds inside the 20. Well, you need to force a field goal or else this game is probably out of reach. It already kind of is, but Lamar with a nice keep to himself. No handoff to Gus Edwards. Lamar Jackson, man, what a great player. He's had a great day today. 76 rushing yards, touchdown, a pick. 54th regular season game with 50-plus rushing yards. He has just tied Michael Vick for the most in NFL history amongst quarterbacks with 50-plus rushing yard performances. And now here's Edwards on the carry. Gus Edwards bouncing away from tacklers. diving down to the 6. First and goal, Ravens, and again, it's field goal or it's you got to hold Baltimore to a field goal or it's bust for Jacksonville. And this rushing attack has just gashed the Jaguars' front 6. They've just been getting eaten alive by the run. Sean Jenkins with a nice tackle there on Edwards, but just a slow, methodical drive for the Ravens to close out this victory. I mean, it's tough, but this is what the offense gets. They play so bad early on in games, they're going to fall behind. Ronnie Staley. I just never in a million years thought that the Jaguars would be on a 3-game losing streak this year, but they're going to be on one at the conclusion of this game. You had to assume Baltimore was winning. Stanley right there. Ooh. Helmet-to-helmet hit on Olkun there. First and goal for the Ravens. But yes, Staley is going to be out of this play. I would shock me if Lucon's out of this play as well. First and goal. Lamar under center. Flowers in motion. Takes the snap. Handoff goes. Edwards trying to plow his way. And he's brought down at the 4. Well, if you hold him to a field goal, you're still down 2 possessions. The touchdown's when you go down 3 possessions with 9 minutes left. Even if you score a quick touchdown, you might have to go surprise onside kick or something because there's no guarantee you're getting the ball back afterwards. Tough schedule remaining for the Ravens. At the road against the Niners for the last road game of the year, and then they have home games week 17, week 18 against the Dolphins and the Steelers. 2 of their next 3 games are going to be crazy. Jackson play fake under duress, and he's finally brought down. Adam Gotsis on the sack, and it's 3rd and goal. Well, you force a field goal, you get the ball back with about 8 minutes. If you quickly score a touchdown, this game is within reach. Once again, deja vu. You fell behind 2 possessions to the Ravens last year. You came back and you won that game when I had 0 belief, so why not do the same here? 3rd sack of the game. Surprisingly, the Ravens have not had one. Jaguars have had all 3 in this ball game. 3rd and goal. Jackson in motion is Flowers. Jackson, 3-step drop. Jackson fires for the end zone. Passes dropped by Zay Flowers. Darius Williams tried to cover a man-on-man. 4th and goal coming up, and Tucker will have to kick the field goal. So best case scenario, I guess, for the Jaguars is Tucker's coming out for the field goal, but it is must score the rest of the way for Jacksonville now. We're just backpedaling off the back foot, and Jackson still almost made that catch for Zay Flowers. Tucker's never missed a field goal under 30 yards. He's 103 for 103 in his career. Hopefully bringing up this will be an announcer jinx and they'll shank this 26-yarder, or it'll be blocked. You never know. Stout. The punter is the holder, and Tucker's right down the middle as expected. So 20-7. Jaguars trailing. They aren't out of it yet, but they're about to be if they do not capitalize here. This team just looks dead on offense, and the defense got stopped shockingly. I thought the Ravens were going to march right in for a touchdown. Not the case. So we'll see what happens. Feels like the Browns game. It's like even though we're only down 2 possessions with time left, it just still feels like we are just not playing good football. When you have as bad as a first half as they did, that's tough. This is just so frustrating, man. Just impatiently waiting for this commercial break to go by. Come on. This offense, man, it's almost fourth down territory, too. You can't punt it back to Baltimore. You literally have to score or go for it now or turnover on downs or whatever. Like, you gotta come back and try to win this football game somehow. And the only way you're going to do that is if you go for it on some fourth downs. Even if it's long, it sucks. I know you're not going to want to, but you're late in the game now, so we'll see what happens. Exactly 8 minutes left. Jacksonville just looking absolutely brutal on offense as the ball falls off the tee. I think if Jacksonville scores a touchdown before like the 5-minute mark, they're still in a really good spot. That way they don't have to rely on like the 2-minute warning or whatever. They can just kind of get the ball back and take it from there. Their field goal does them no good. They'll still be down 10 with the field goal. So kind of wish they had a field goal. So obviously if they went down the field, they could have made it 20-13, but not the case. Tucker with the kick, and Agnew just let it roll in the back of the end zone for a touchback. Smart man. Though he's been having a great job returning today. Agnew's by far your player of the game. And the rest of the Jaguars just look kind of sluggish. ETN hasn't gotten going. Trevor outside that throw has looked a little sluggish. Ingram's played well, so has Ridley, but it's a lot of short passing. This team misses Christian Kirk, and I know losing your wide receiver one is obviously going to slow an offense down, but the fact that it's regressed this much over the last 2 weeks is bad. I mean, last week was bad because Trevor threw 3 picks. Now this week it's bad because they just can't get the ball moving. And they've had a couple of costly turnovers in the red zone. They fake it to ETN. Lawrence, play action. That's what he does best. Here's the deep throw for Zay Jones, and it's overthrown out of bounds. Well, okay, maybe every play action throw. Maybe every play action throw can't connect. And now Zay Jones is hurt. Oh, no. It looks like a hamstring injury. Oh, my Lord. Oh, yep, right there, left knee. There's another injury. 2nd and 10. Faked it to Johnson. Lawrence throws again off play action. That one was intended for nobody. 3rd and 10. And now they're just playing desperate. And because they're playing desperate, they're playing so stupid. Man, this game's just over. Unless they convert this 3rd and 10. But even then, I feel like it's just going to be false hope at this point. Saw the Ravens injury. Yeah, legs don't go that way. Exactly. Now, poor Mitchell, man. He don't deserve that. He played a great game tonight. Lawrence under duress. Avoids a sack. Couldn't avoid another sack. And then he fumbles on top of it. It looks like the Ravens have the football, and they do. And that's going to seal it. Lawrence fumbled. Can we just stop trying to play Superman? Like, please? Since when did Trevor become Superman? Like, when? Right there. Tuck the football, Trevor. That's all you have to do. And Patrick Queen falls on top of it. Can we just not even make the playoffs? Like, I don't even care how easy the rest of our schedule is. Can we just, stop this crap? The Indianapolis Colts far and away have deserved a playoff spot over us the last 4 or 5 weeks. I don't know. They're hot. We're not. The fact this team is even sitting at 8-6 after this game is ridiculous. Ridiculous. This team is far better than an 8-6 record. Stubbornness, coaching, and Trevor Lawrence just fumbling. I was completely unaware. What's up, Ryan? Thanks for stopping by. I was completely unaware about how bad Trevor's fumbling was until about midway through last year, but this year it is amplified. That's his 20th fumble. Yeah, quarterbacks shouldn't be fumbling 20 times in the span of 3 seasons. It's ridiculous. Holds on to the football. Technically speaking, if Baltimore kicks a field goal, it's still 2 possessions, but whatever. Here's the handoff. Gus Edwards brought down by Wingard at the 16. I mean, you're really giving me false hope at this point if you get a stop. My God. Just awful offensive performance. Colts are going to pull him within a half game. I mean, Houston won today. The Colts won yesterday, and the Jaguars are looking like a joke because they just sucked. In all 3 of these games that they have now lost, they've all been winnable in their own way. It's just that at the end of the day, it's the Jaguars shooting themselves in the foot. Here's Jackson on 3rd and 7. He throws for the end zone, incomplete for Odell Beckham Jr. Well, that was not the right play call. I would have just ran it and tried to kill more time, but instead, Jackson throws it in completion. Field goal, listen, it's technically still a 2-possession game. But you technically ain't coming back either. So, I don't know. But you kick the field goal. You're going to have to convert 2-point conversions now. But whatever. 4th and 7. Here's Tucker from 34. From the left hash. Good snap. Good hold. And Tucker nails it through. So, it is 23-7. Again, touchdown, 2-point conversion. That's a 1-possession game again. But you're grasping at straws, and this offense clearly has not deserved to win you this game. The defense absolutely has, but the offense has not. And I'm just going to say it. This is definitely the worst offensive performance this year. I mean, say what you will about the Browns game last week. They at least got in the end zone 3 times. Say what you will about the Texans game. They at least scored a 40-yard touchdown in week 3. I mean, this game is rivaling the week 2 Chiefs game of how bad of an offense performance it was. That's the only one I would maybe put ahead of this one in terms of worst offensive performance this year. This sucks. This offense just blows. And now that they're without Kirk, and now potentially Zay Jones, and they're still without Cam Robinson for 2 weeks, 2 more weeks at minimum, like, this offense ain't playing good. Agnew's going to return this one. Past the 20, past the 30, and Jamal Agnew's down to the 32. Yeah, bad game overall. You still got 5 minutes and 55 seconds left of this garbage. I've never been I mean, I was lifeless last week during the Browns broadcast, but that was because I was sick. I'm fully recovered by now, and Jaguar fans already hitting the exits. I mean, I wouldn't be hitting the exits right now if I was at the stadium, but I'd just be sitting here like this. I'm just so disappointed in this team. 3 weeks in a row, it feels like they're just playing bad. They've just been playing bad. I know they might win out, but who cares? I know you're 11-6. That's great as ETN gets tackled. Yeah, that's awesome. You finish 11-6, but look at the teams you've lost to: Kansas City, Houston, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Baltimore, and another one in between. Why am I blanking on the other team they lost to? Anyway, Lawrence steps up in the pocket, throws to ETN, nice catch, first down. My point is, you're losing to playoff contending teams. And that makes you look mighty fraudulent, especially at 11-6. Lamar Davis is down for the Ravens. The only team I could say with confidence you've beaten, Buffalo and Pittsburgh. And those two teams aren't in a playoff spot. No. They're just 500 or above 500 sitting in the hunt. They ain't in a playoff spot. And honestly, if Buffalo, I can't believe I'm saying this either. I was so gung-ho, keen on that the Jaguars would beat Buffalo and Jacksonville in the playoffs. Absolutely not anymore. Absolutely not anymore. Buffalo is hot. Jacksonville's cold. And in the playoffs, you go with the teams that are hot over the teams that are cold. Lawrence will run. Gets the first at a gain of 13. He surprisingly doesn't fumble. Well, now you got to go no huddle and score quickly. You have 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. So now if you score a touchdown, it's technically not over if you get the 2-point conversion and yada, yada, yada. But this is still not looking good. Lawrence pumps, throws on the run, incomplete for Parker Washington. You know, it would have been smart, Trevor, if you pump faked, you saw no one was open, and you ran out of bounds for 2 yards. And the clock still would have stopped. I mean, I don't know what more I could say other than this offense just sucks. There's just nothing else I could say. Finally, the defense plays its best game in 3 weeks, and this is the offense you give them? Shameful. 2nd and 10. Lawrence throws down the side, and he underthrew Ridley. 3rd and 10. I mean, I'm not trying to say my quarterback's overrated or anything, and I've supported Trevor through the ups and the downs this year, but I mean, you really are making those Houston Texan fans look smart saying Stroud's better than Trevor this year because, honestly, I mean, statistically he has been, and now performance-wise he's beginning to be. 3rd and 10. Lawrence throws for Parker Washington, made the catch at the 37. 4th and 3, and if you don't convert this is game over. Jacksonville just needs to score a touchdown after converting this first down. There's no need to chuck it up deep on 4th down. Here's Lawrence. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to run, and he's going to get the first. Lawrence out of bounds at the 26. Keeping the drive alive here momentarily. Lawrence is taking crazy hits as well. Nayu by Queen. Remember, this is a guy who just got a severe high ankle sprain about 3 weeks ago yesterday. So, I mean, I give him credit gutting these performances out, but if it's perfecting your play, don't play. Lawrence, end zone shot, looking for Ridley, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Well, again, though it's very bleak for Jacksonville right now, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion does make it a 1-possession game for whatever it's worth. Because of the Zay Jones injury, they have Elijah Cooks out there, and Elijah Cooks was wide open. All Lawrence had to do was wait an extra second, and that would have been a touchdown for Elijah Cooks. But 2nd and 10 instead. Lawrence avoiding the sack, running, and hey, 11 yards, picking up a first down. Is this garbage time or is it not? To be determined. But Lawrence will run for the first. At least it's smart awareness, and you have 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. So, I mean, technically speaking, you're in a good spot as long as you score 6. Wow, 8 technically. And again, a field goal wouldn't really help you out. It would make it a one-possession game, closer one-possession game. That pass is dropped by Elijah Cooks, and it's 2nd and 10. Elijah Cooks is a rookie. He had a great preseason game. Him and Nathan Rourke had a beautiful connection. Now, just off the fingertips of Cooks. And Agnew would have caught it on the ricochet. That would have been funny. 2nd and 10. Ball is placed at the Baltimore 13. Lawrence. End zone shot. And, what a incomplete. To me, that looked like a touchdown to Calvin Ridley off a sensational toe drag swag, but I guess not. Let's take a look. And Ridley, he bobbled it. Nope. Looked like it at live speed, but it was not. Right as the knees fell down. Doug, don't challenge it. Doug, oh my Lord. Oh, he threw it and he pulled it. No, he does throw the challenge. Doug, what are you doing? Ridley clearly lost possession of the ball. What are you doing? Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Doug. Honestly, if there was any game that really pissed me off about Doug Peterson this year, it's this one. Right there, Ridley. Now, listen, he has possession. The knees are down, but he loses possession. Oh, but they regain it. Maybe this is a smart challenge. To me, it's not, but maybe it is. Let's see. Right there. Knees are down. He doesn't have possession. Right there, he has possession. Both knees are in bounds. Oh, my goodness. Maybe. I think that's actually a touchdown. Well, forget what I said. Doug Peterson, you're an absolute genius. Drop the 2-point conversion. This should be a touchdown because Calvin Ridley has the awareness of, I don't even know. What has great concentration? But, wow, what a catch. I don't know if it's going to be enough to overturn it, though. Now I at least understand why Doug Peterson challenged. I went too fast on that one. But, still, I still think they're not going to count this. It probably should be, but... Well, it looks like really just got possession at the last second. This is one of those calls where if they called it a touchdown, I would get the call. If they don't, I would also get the call, and they don't. 3rd and 10, whatever. Well, I guess it's the 2-minute warnings coming up. It was worth the challenge. Lawrence throws on 3rd and 10 passes. Dropped that time by Ridley. Good hit from Marlon Humphrey from behind. 4th and 10, and now if you don't get this, it's game. Well, apparently the guys over at NBC said it was a touchdown. Obviously, the referees didn't call it one. To me, it looked like a touchdown, but really probably didn't have full possession, so I don't know. I don't hate the call. 4th and 10, Evan Ingram in motion. Lawrence trying to audible. And Ravens calling a timeout. They're first up the second half. So here's your ball game. If Jacksonville doesn't convert first, this game is over. just stop showing the replay. Now I'm getting mad because honestly, that probably is a touchdown, but I feel like the back of Ridley's foot's out of bounds though. Like by the time Ridley had full possession, you try to get the second foot down, but the back of his foot was already touching the gray. So I mean, take that as you will, but I don't think that's a touchdown. It looks like a touchdown from depending on the angle you look at. From the back of the end zone shot, I'm going to say no touchdown. That's my verdict. 4th and 10. Ball placed at the 13. You need to get to the 2 you need to get to the 3 actually for a first down. Here's Lawrence. He's got to take an end zone shot, and there it is, and it's underthrown. The pass was intended for Evan Ingram, incomplete, and that will conclude the worst offensive performance of the season for the Jaguars. A throw in the dirt. Awful, pitiful performance. 8-6, and ladies and gentlemen, the Indianapolis Colts could very well be your AFC South champions this year, and I'm not even ruling out the Texans. I'm not. This is pathetic. And the Ravens are going to clinch a playoff spot, and a well-deserved playoff spot. Their rushing attack was their key today, and their defense stepped up most when they needed it to. 2 missed kicks by McManus later. A potential touchdown controversy later. I don't know. But here's the handoff to Edwards, and a flag flies. Again, I get why people might think Calvin Ridley caught a touchdown. But to me, it looked like Ridley's back of his foot was already out of bounds by the time he got full possession. I would have loved it if it was a touchdown. It would have been awesome. But realistically, to me, upper aerial shot, it looked like it was a touchdown from the left side. It looked like it was a touchdown from the right side. It didn't. Unnecessary roughness penalty on Daniel Thomas. Oh, for a helmet hit. That'll explain it. Come on, Daniel. Usually playing on the practice squad is Daniel Thomas. He's just trying to get some extra reps in with Cisco out. This team desperately needs Cisco. I don't know what he would have done in the run attack, but this team desperately needs Cisco. This is bad. This is really bad. Here's Hill down to the 39. Jaguars going to lose 3 in a row, and now you're playing a red-hot Tampa Bay team. I mean, is that even a surefire win? Carolina, if they win next week going out 2-game winning streak, is that even a surefire win anymore? I have zero confidence in this team. Like, the last time I had this, little confidence in the Jags was 2021 when Urban Meyer was the coach. I don't know. It's just my confidence level is so low. They don't look like an 8-5 team. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They just lost their 2 primetime games at home. Their rushing attack is very mediocre. Etienne hasn't had a great game since week 9. And for Hill, he's brought down by a couple of Jaguar players. They used their last time out. 3rd down coming up here for the Ravens. Lawrence has been shaky. He's been 2 fumbles. 3 picks last week. On top of a terrible second half against the Texans. The prior week to the Bengals game. Just makes me want to shake my head. Here's Nope, Lamar's got to keep himself off the QB draw. And look at Lamar run down to the 40, and he's brought down at the 37 by Wingard. And with that run, The Ravens are going to go to the playoffs. So what performance it was. I was so scared to play Lamar this week. And for good reason. He played one of his best games of the year. And really, outside of that interception, he's been great all night. He is the greatest dual-threat quarterback we've seen since Michael Vick or Randall Cunningham. Pick your poison. The 2019 MVP, well, he just entered himself in the conversation to potentially win a second one. Here's Edwards, a yard, as we reached a 2-minute warning. Jacksonville shot themselves at the foot, and they played so poorly. But let's not discredit the Ravens. Their rushing attack, again, that's their main strength. They lost Mitchell early in this quarter, and their run game still hasn't skipped a beat. Lawrence looks pissed. I mean, you're part of the reason why we lost, buddy. Don't be looking mad at yourself. Just do what you usually do. Own up to yourself and go eat your breakfast at the Waffle House and look like a kid on Christmas Day. Well, I got news for you. Tick-tock. Colts and Texans are right behind you. This is ridiculous. If we won tonight, we literally clinch a playoff spot next week. But no. Right here. Maybe that is a touchdown. I thought the back foot right there. I thought the back foot hit the back of the foot hit the out of the end zone. That's why I thought at first the Ridley catch wasn't. Maybe it was. Spoiler alert for you Jaguar fans who are going to complain on that for social media all week. Whether it was a touchdown or not, did you really have faith in this offense winning you this football game? I certainly did not. Because since the second quarter onward, I had zero faith in this offense coming away with this win. So take that as you will. The better team clearly won today. And the Ravens are going to go to the playoffs sitting at 11-3. I'm pretty sure they're going to lock up the North as well with this win. Since they swept Cincinnati, I don't really think there's a chance that actually, no, I lied. The Browns have 9 wins, so they haven't locked it up yet, but this win is pretty much going to do it. Here's the run by Edwards and a gain of 3, 4th and 2. We hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. I'm Grant Fluff from Flusher Sports Zone. Sorry, the Jags are on a losing spell here. I'm still trying to get excited, The Ingram touchdowns the last couple of weeks got me really pumped up, and tonight I got a little pumped up too after the Agnew touchdown and a couple of really nice Agnew returns, but the rest of the offense just sucked. And, of course, finally, when the defense steps up and they hold a really good offense to 23 points, the offense just doesn't show up. Harbaugh's got to call a timeout. 30 seconds left here in the fourth. I mean, this is just a brutal game. Brutal game. And, again, whether Ridley caught the touchdown or not, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. It depends on the replay and when you stop the replay. But overall, this was just an embarrassing loss, and the Jaguars got to own up to that. This was one of those games that the Bengals game was a game you don't really come back from. This is the game where, oh no, if Indianapolis wins next week and you lose, or I'll put it to you bluntly, Colts and Texans win, Jaguars lose, guess who is the number 7 seed in the AFC? The Jaguars. As Edwards runs for the first down on the last play of the game. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. From 8-2 or to 8-3 to 8-6 and fighting your way to win what was a winnable division 3 weeks ago. I can't believe it. Again, this offense just stinks. I've been kind of fiddling my thoughts with whether the Jaguars should fire Press Taylor or not. Obviously, at 8-6, you're not going to fire an offensive coordinator, but yeah, I want Press Taylor gone after this year. Because why is it after play action, Trevor just looks bad? I don't know. But thank you, John. Thank you, everyone else, for stopping by. Hopefully, Christmas Eve will be more polite to us. Again, the goal is to broadcast Jaguars Buccaneers next week. We'll see what happens, but hopefully I will, even though that surefire win's going to look like a loss now, but whatever. We'll see what happens next week against Tampa Bay. Then they are at home for their last home game against Carolina, the first on New Year's Eve, and then they have their last game the first weekend of January against Tennessee. All likelihood, Jacksonville's still making the playoffs. I think this is just a really bad stretch because they're playing a bunch of really bad teams. But, I mean, Tampa Bay is good. I know they're a playoff team. They're right now the 4th seed in the NFC. But there's no excuse if they lose to Tampa Bay next week. And I know Baker just had a perfect passer rating. I don't care. You lose to Tampa, season's over. And Jacksonville has to enter North Florida with that mindset next week. But is what it is. Ravens win. They clinch a playoff spot, sitting at 11-3, and they can win it 23-7 over the sputtering Jaguars in Duval. Really sucks for the fans, man. Losing your first Monday and Sunday night football games in a very long time like this is just brutal. But I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. If you did, hit that like button. I'm Grant Fluff, Flusher Sports Zone, saying enjoy the rest of your evening. From Everbank Stadium, the Ravens shut the door on the Jaguars' AFC South clinching hopes 23-7.